In the story so far, after the cold man fled through a teleportation circle in his warehouse, you began searching for the recruiters of the dead 3 cultists, believing they may have something to do with the disappearance of Elturel. Mortlock claimed his brother Amric was in charge, so you went to see Amric at the Low Lantern Tavern in Grey Harbour. There you were reunited with Rhea Mantelmorn, who told you that Amric and Mortlock are sons of one Duke Thalamra Vanthampur, whose private guards were spotted escorting Thavius Krieg somewhere in the upper city. Questioning Amric under the pretense of being a fellow cultist, and with the rest of the party causing a distraction, or at least rambling about library classification systems, Jean Lemore discovered that Amric doesn't even worship the Dead 3, but instead worships Zariel, the Archduke of Avernus. Zariel's symbol, an infernal Z, was used to sign the letter commanding the Dead 3 cultists in Elturel, further supporting the idea that Amric might be in charge. But Amric denied any knowledge of such things, and when asked whether he knew the whereabouts of Thavius Krieg, he said he'd never even heard of the High Overseer. A shrewd liar, perhaps, but he did at least blame his older brother, Thurstwell, for trying to have Mortlock killed, and also slipped up by mentioning that the sending stone connected to the one you found on Volus was brought to him by his mother Thalamra for investigation. Unable to get anything else out of him, you took him hostage and left him tied up in your quarters at the Blushing Mermaid with Mortlock to watch over him. Then Ethel transformed into the likeness of Amric, allowing the party to pass into the upper city unhindered. And with this advantage you talked your way into Vanthampur Villa, avoiding conflict with the guards outside. But while Ethel attempted to hide her old lady voice by pretending to be sick, and Marka shielded her from physical touch to preserve the illusion, Alina gave up the game by threatening an innocent and defenseless young maid, possibly aged somewhere between 12 and 20, who, incidentally, volunteers at the local soup kitchen, babysits orphans, and supports her sick parents on a meager servant's wages. Unfortunately, the party was being watched by invisible imps, who promptly attacked, attracting several more devils from another room and some house guards from upstairs. Things got so stressful that Gennaro took some more sunshine on the sly. But even though Kenzei was having an off day and couldn't seem to Kanabo the way he usually Kanabos, you still managed to turn what was originally meant to be mere entering into breaking and entering, and murdering. You slayed your assailants, and then learned from the terrified maid that there may be a cellar downstairs which can be accessed via the kitchen. Before checking that out though, Rhea insisted on railroading the storyline by saying she wanted to speak to Thurstwell. So you headed upstairs, where there were 2 remaining guards who promptly died of a stroke. And it was at that moment that Jean Lemore realized he'd left Clancy, the friendly skeleton, outside at the front gate, along with Ethel's cat actually, who was unwittingly dismissed and recalled from a pocket dimension into the house and is now invisible, waiting at the end of the hall in case a door opens. And so, we now return to Vanthampur Villa.
Ooh.
And so, Gennaro and Kenzei both cast Armor of Agathis at 7 AM, so you've got 30 more minutes. And I think also Gennaro took Sunshine at 7 AM. The cat has another 30 minutes. And who wants control of Rhea for this session? We don't have to do the same person every session, or we can if you want to.
Feel free to pass it along, sort of like as like kind of like just honorary. All right, I've done my time. Who else wants to volunteer as running as Rhea?
I can have a crack as well if nobody's interested.
I'll control her.
Yeah, there you go.
Oh, do you wanna?
No, I'll grab it next time. You're good.
All right. All right.
Woo!
where am I?
Oh, wait a second.
Did you just like grab it and just go like woo, and then it just didn't move?
Yep.
What am I doing? Why? Okay. Oh, I forgot how to do everything. Okay. Alright. Okay, you should be able to use her now, I think.
Oh yeah.
Rhea starts dancing in the hallway, and we're like, what are you doing?
Continue.
Well, actually, so you're in this drafty upstairs hall with lanterns hanging from the rafters, and it's deadly quiet now that you've killed these 2 guards who are up here. And as the last of them bleeds out on the floor, Rhea sort of does a little dance, and then she's like, all right now, where is this Thurstwell Vanthampur? It is clear to me from the devils they keep in their house that their family is evil. I am starting to believe they may have something to do with what happened in Elturel. Amric even admitted he worshipped Zariel. If the High Overseer was seen with them, they must be holding him captive. Perhaps in this cellar the maid mentioned. Maybe Thurstwell can tell us what to expect down here.
Well, you can tell they're assholes. They obviously chose their name just so to like confuse the common folk, because who can say that word?
Vanthampur.
Literally everyone but you managed to spend it.
Do we know what
Vanthampur.
this tool looks like?
I think it was probably mentioned by Amric or Mortlock that he is bedridden. But I don't know if they gave you much of a description.
Okay.
I think from the portraits downstairs, we picked up those 3 brothers, and we knew 2 of them.
Oh, nice.
So I assume.
Nice. Anything? Can anything be heard beyond this wall here, or this wall? I mean, this door.
This door? Give me a perception check.
And for Rhea as well.
Just you can give me one with advantage if she's gonna have a listen as well.
Ooh. I'll just roll it
Alina.
again.
Alina, where were the guards standing? Were they guarding a door in particular when you're upstairs?
This one over here.
And also, with Rhea, mainly you'd just be controlling a token during combat and sort of moving it around and such, not so much role playing.
I see.
But with 17, you can hear you hear the sound of wind, and you can also feel a little bit of a draft coming through below the door. You don't hear anything other than that, really.
Is there only wind in here?
I hesitate to think someone has a room of only wind. That seems like a waste of space.
It's the wind room.
Don't we all have one?
It's very minimalist.
I have a room where I go to make wind. Is that the same thing?
One of the old-fashioned indoor skydiving places.
We don't all have those in our backyard, like just attached to our house conveniently.
Yeah, they got some money.
I'm just gonna like knock on this door and be like, housekeeping.
Nothing happens when you do that.
I'm gonna try to open it.
All right, it swings open. And in here,
Whoa.
you can see a number of things. There's a vanity topped with a framed mirror, and there's a bunch of stuff on the vanity. There's like bottles of perfume and brushes, cosmetics, needles, and spools of thread. And there's also in the room a folding wooden partition adorned with a bird of prey rendered in gold leaf. And there's a tall wardrobe sort of just behind it. And there's this big decorative rug laid out in front of these 3 these 3 wooden chests that appear to be they're sort of half open and sort of stuffed with what looks like clothes and shoes and things like that. So you can see they're kind of unlocked.
Okay. Can I look through the vanity? And I kind of want to take the needles and thread and things.
Yeah, so there's 6 bottles of perfume You get the impression from having a look at it, it's probably pretty expensive. The hairbrush is like, it looks like it's made out of silver, and it's inlaid with lapis lazuli. And there's a wooden jewelry box as well, which looks like it's just kind of like closed with a little latch.
Open it.
So in there you find 200 and... Oh no, what do you find? You find a pearl necklace.
Ooh.
And you also find a platinum cameo shaped like a winged cat. And under the vanity, or in one of the drawers, you find 2 potions of healing in thin crystal vials.
Okay. I'm just gonna take all that stuff for our hoard that I've been pocketing from the walls and stuff.
I'll put at least the potions of healing in there, and then I'll do the rest of it a bit later.
Okay. Since I've been getting my butt kicked again. Big surprise. Anybody want to check the chest? Yeah.
Do the chests have a visible lock on them?
They're kind
like
of
a perception check. Yeah?
They're all sort of open. They look like they're kind of stuffed with like clothes and shoes and like hats and things. So they don't look like they're definitely not locked or anything. They're kind of so full of stuff that they're sort of overflowing.
Can we make out if they're ladies' clothes or men's?
You can probably tell that they're ladies' clothes from a pretty brief inspection without having to actually touch anything.
Can I have access behind the screen? Am I allowed to walk around there?
Yeah, it should. Doesn't it let you move?
Oh no, I was just asking.
Yeah, you can just sort of walk behind there.
And did you say that there was another mantle along here? And
yeah, this is like a wardrobe. And there's also this window here, and you can look out this window and you just see what looks like the yard outside. You're on the second story, obviously, and you can see like the top of some trees and things. And you might even be able to see some of these house guards kind of milling about down there, or sort of on their rotation.
Okay.
But yeah, this wardrobe is also like one of the doors is open. And you can see it looks like there's more kind of clothing in here. Looks like from a glance some corsets and very fine clothes, things of that nature.
Can I hear anything behind this door?
Give me a perception check.
I don't know why my mouse is lagging like crazy today, but
you don't hear anything.
How about?
Oh, go ahead.
Sorry, no. You go. You finish.
I was just gonna knock on this door and say housekeeping again.
Nothing happens when you do that. And John,
open the door?
With the same perception check, you can also you don't hear anything through this door either that you're standing at. And Alina, you can turn this doorknob. It opens. And in here, this is obviously like a master bedroom. And there's like a dumbwaiter over here. And there's also like this canopied bed with a gossamer shroud for keeping insects at bay. And there's this like cast iron bathtub over here with clawed feet and a fireplace and another chest over here. But this one is not kind of burgeoning with clothes, and it looks like it has a big lock on it.
Kind of like flop onto the bed.
Yep, you can do that.
I'm just gonna be on my hands and knees feeling this cheetah skin carpet.
Not searching for anything, just for the pleasure of it?
No, just rubbing it. And if anyone comes and looks at me weird, I'm looking for like secret passages.
You can give me an investigation check
Yeah,
if
I'm
you
looking
like.
at this and I fully believe that checks out. Absolutely, there should be a secret.
Oh, I'm not looking.
Oh, you're not really looking. It's just an excuse.
No, it's yeah, exactly.
Can I open this door?
Yeah, so you open that door inwards, and don't go in there because you look down there and you see what looks like probably like a 15-foot hole going downwards. And this is, you can see this kind of like rope and pulley system to the right of it, and it's a dumbwaiter.
Oh, I see.
I thought you were going to say an indoor skydiving room, and I was like, this is cold close to me.
The wind, it makes sense.
It's all coming together. I think we're winning this campaign, guys. And you can see also, Jean Lemore and Marker, that this chest, it has this big padlock on it that's cast in the shape of a horned devil's scowling visage.
I saw how quick Alina got off the beds to come and have a look at this lock. Lady of the lockpick.
If only we had a lockpicker in our midst.
Here we go.
Marker like just like bends forward like there you go and like waves his arm forward to Alina. Like bows and Lady of the Lock.
What am I rolling for this one?
If you want to use your thieves' tools, give me a sleight of hand check.
Yeah, and Marker will like to use guidance as well with Alina.
Okay, you can do that.
I mean, I get to roll with advantage. So I give it up.
No, you get
Oh.
Wait, what do you get for guidance again?
Also, 1d4.
1d4.
Oh.
Right, because I need it
I
apparently.
feel like I haven't played for weeks.
I'm feeling that today. Nope. Yep.
Yeah, you kind of put your tools into this padlock and try to fiddle around and sort of, look in there and give it a real go. But unfortunately, you're just not able to win the lock over and open it. So it's still locked.
Kenzie, come break this.
Yeah, I was gonna see if I could. Does anyone have a bottle of water or some sort of water skin?
I'm like, sit back down on the bed and pout.
Oui.
So I'm just gonna basically pour water into it and then freeze it and see if that pops it open.
Into the lock?
Yeah.
Okay. And so what are you using to freeze it?
Sheep water.
Yes. I'll say that, yeah, it kind of like freezes this lock. It doesn't just pop open, but it looks like it's, kind of filled the lock up and like frozen it, and there's a big ice cube on the lock at the moment.
You want to try it now, Kenzie?
Watch it explode.
Sure, let's try
Now
this,
that
I guess.
That, I'm gonna. I made myself nervous. I'm gonna go over here just in case. There's a bomb in it.
I'll also cast guidance on Kenzo. And then take one more step back.
I would probably maybe vacate the. I think I actually like the idea of Jean-Pierre just dives into the tub for cover. All right. So for attempting to, I guess, break this lock, what do you want me to do? What do you want me to roll, Mr. DM, sir?
It depends if are you gonna try to just smash it with your Kenobo, or do you want to sort of like try to wrench it open, or how do you want to go about it?
I guess we'll try smashing it first. See what that does anything.
All right. Yeah, just give me an attack roll.
All right. Attack. Normal.
You take a big swing at it, but you miss it. You like hit the chest, and your Konoba is just like. Boom.
Let's see, what else do I have that actually might help? Let's see. I can burn it with the potion. That seems counterintuitive. Let's see, what else do I have in here? What do I have in here?
I mean, you can try again. You just sort of missed it.
I was just thinking if I could if I had anything of use.
Crowbar? I think I have a crowbar.
Yeah, I thought we had the crowbar.
Yeah, I think I have a crowbar.
I was gonna say I have a scimitar, which I don't know if it's helpful, but I do kind of want to try it.
You have a lot of scimitars, I think.
I mean, I feel like weapons I have
Wait, I have 6 scimitars. Never mind. I only have 2. I thought I have 6.
I have a crowbar. I'm gonna toss him my crowbar. I'm like, here.
Starts handing out scimitars to everybody. All right, everyone swing it.
I mean, glad people are catching up to the fighter club here. All right, so I guess with the crowbar, I'm gonna try to see if I can break this lock, not by smashing, but trying to see if I can wrench it free by just using brute force and try to lever it open, I guess.
All right, yeah. Give me.
We'll use guidance again. Yeah, with Kenzo.
All right, give me an athletics check with guidance, and you have advantage because of the crowbar.
Okay. Let's see. Bonuses. I added 2 or 4. And with advantage.
Nice. You manage to, like, as you kind of push down on this crowbar, because the lock is, like, full of ice and everything, it just is really rigid and just kind of and sort of snaps in half at the kind of, like, metal joint between, like, the lock and the rest of the padlock, and falls off onto the ground, just this big ice cube padlock. And I guess because you're using the crowbar, the chest also, like, flies open. And you can see there's a bunch of things in here. There's some books. There's these 3 thin black covered ledgers. And there's a whole bunch of like calligrapher's supplies. And there's a kit of some kind. Looks like, from a glance, some sort of poisoner's kit. There's what looks like a coin pouch made of sheep's bladder. And there's also, it looks like a sort of a fold-up fan made of some kind of animal skin. And there's also 2 sets of, you can't see exactly what they are because they're folded up, but they look kind of like shoes that are connected to pants. They're like these thick leather sort of shoe pant things that are like folded up in the chest. And that's what you can see kind of just by sort of having a look at it, and maybe kind of using your hand to rifle through it a little bit, but sort of not pulling anything else, not pulling anything out or having a kind of a thorough investigation.
Glad it didn't blow up. I'm gonna check this door. Is it locked?
Yeah, so that, as you try to open it, it seems to be locked.
Shall we take some of this bounty? All of this bounty? Who's got the bag of holding?
Kenzie.
Oh, Kenzie.
Alright, let's just start stuffing it in there.
This far.
All right.
Uh-oh.
So.
No.
Oh shit.
As you begin pulling out these items, when you pull the 3rd item out of the chest, you hear the sound of it. It sounds like a cork of like kind of popping out of a bottle, like. And all of a sudden, this green gas just kind of like bursts out of the chest from below, from the sort of bottom of the chest, from like a compartment down there, and just like disperses all around you in this area.
I'm sorry, Maka and Kenzie. Oh God.
Tapestries.
Why?
So can each of you give me a con save?
Question, DM. Is this a save against a particular type of poison?
It's yes. You think it is some kind of poison.
Okay.
I have advantage on saving throws against poison.
Oh yeah, you do. Nice.
Same?
Mm-hmm.
It's the rat folk. Oh, hardy constitution.
Oh yeah, hardy constitution. Oh man.
What's your thing, Kenzie? Just out of curiosity, I forgot.
Infernal Constitution.
Okay.
The feat itself for tieflings.
Nice. Awesome. I've never actually played a tiefling. You have resistance cold damage and poison damage. Sweet. Okay. 16, 24, and 7. So the DC was 13. So Jean Lemore, it looks like your nostrils and mouth are filled with this poison, and you will take a fair bit of potentially poison damage as you... Oh, not too bad. As your
Apparently
lungs fill with this
I deal
poison.
9 damage to something.
Yeah.
Oh,
like,
it's just because I had... Just because I had him selected. Kenzie just hit you in the head.
Hitting you with the canava.
I thought we were friends.
But you also notice... Sorry.
I'm sorry, go ahead. I was just gonna say, like, Kenway's maw elongates as this fume grows. You're falling into my trap, Jonah the Boar.
Oh no!
This was my plan all along. From when we were in Elturel.
I knew you would take that vial of poison out of his chest eventually.
And Marcus says to JR, "It's the wind. The wind."
No.
You also notice that this poisonous gas is like lingering here, and
Yeah, that was my next question: is if we stay in this spot, or if it's
yes,
dispersing.
yeah, if you stay in the spot for too long at all.
Did you get all the stuff at least?
You didn't have time to get all the stuff. You only managed to get three items.
What 3 items did you grab?
What 3 items did you grab?
I just started randomly grabbing stuff. I don't know what I grabbed.
Okay, I guess you got.
Attracted to the sheep's bladder. Just saying.
Say again.
I would have been attracted to the sheep's bladder because I feel like it would be smelly.
All right, you took the sheep's bladder, which is kind of also jingling, like making the sound of gold coins. And perhaps you also took a poisoner's kit and some calligrapher's supplies.
Marco will like to hold his breath and go back in. I'm doing it for the team.
Can't I just mage hand and grab some
I
stuff
was
out?
gonna say, don't I have mage hand?
Yeah, cool.
But can you see what you? Okay, go for it.
Just
Well, I
grab
think
them,
we
right?
can just grab everything.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm just gonna mage hand and grab stuff and like
And scoop
drop
around.
it to Kenzie and Malachi.
Yeah. I will help.
Okay.
Can Marka tell by like
What is
looking
that?
at?
Oh, that's the mage hand.
Mage hand.
Hello.
It was underneath me, and I was like,
That's asking for high five.
Being-
What's going on?
High five. Hey.
Yeah, cool. So you grab the rest of this stuff out
yeah.
of the
Can Marka tell if
chest. Nothing else happens.
JL, like, do I know if this effect is still lingering on him since, you know, Marka was affected in the sewer by a poison that was going to do damage every 10 seconds, or was it?
So, Jean Lemore, you feel that the sort of pain that went through your lungs and your nose and everything seems to have gone away now. It seemed like an acute pain.
All better now.
Okay, good to hear.
Thank you.
I'm gonna try to pick this door.
All right, give me a sleight of hand check.
Maybe I can roll better.
Also, in the meantime, can Mark have a look at is that the fireplace in the corner up the top?
Damn it.
So 15 actually is enough for you to pop this lock open. And the fireplace, give me, how are you kind of looking through this fireplace?
Well, I want to have a look at see if there's anything been, first of all, if anything's been burnt in there recently, like there's any, I don't know, notes or things that someone was trying to get rid of, or any evidence of, not so much foul play, but trying to hide something.
It does look like there was a fire very recently, maybe like the previous evening, but you don't find any remains of any like scraps of paper or evidence of anything or anything like that.
Okay. Can I also check the mantle of the fireplace as well, in case?
Yeah, there's nothing that you can see on or around the mantle, just from briefly kind of looking at it.
Anything in the bed?
Give me a... How do you look through the bed?
I will first sniff.
Jump on the bed. Oh.
Sniff the bed.
And gently pull away at the sheets and stop if anything seems to be coming
Green
out.
gas comes out of the bed. No, give me a perception check. And also, Mark, if you wanted to have like a more thorough look, you can also give me a perception check, of course.
I actually do want to investigate the bed as well. Perception.
You can have advantage, Jean Lemore, if you want to, if Mark is going to help you look through the bed.
Yeah, I'll definitely.
You don't find anything in there, just some pillows.
Can I have a look under the bed?
Yeah, there's nothing under there. Looks very clean.
Okay.
Alright. What is behind the mystery door that is around here?
I don't know. I'm scared to open things now. I'm gonna either get attacked by guards or invisible goblins or poisoned. Especially gun shy.
Yeah, you should move back, and we should arrange ourselves.
I mean, Elena, you do have the mage hand that can open doors, so.
I'll mage hand it open the door.
Oh, yeah, so I guess this mage hand would be out and about. I'll try to give you permission so you can move it around. I'll just give everyone permission. There you go. Every time there's this weird bug in the game where, like, every time I give permission, I change the permission or something, it just takes me to this other character on the map, like all the way on the other side of the map. It's very odd, but it's also like every time I'm like, oh, there's that guy. Okay, the mage hand turns this handle and pushes the door inwards and opens the door. And Kenzei, you can see through here. There's this oak writing desk kind of angled to face the middle of the room that has a matching chair behind it, and there's a couple of black candlesticks atop it. And you also see some bookcases on the other end of the room. And I think from where you are as well, you can also see this big suit of plate armor topped with a bucket helm and equipped with a long sword and shield in the corner. And here is this big wrought iron spiral staircase leading upwards.
All right, so seeing that there's a suit of plate and a long sword, and recalling the past confrontation where there was just a suit standing around, its arms started attacking its comrades. He just sort of like slyly like points at Alina and just kind of like points around the corner and kind of like motions for like a grabby hand.
Okay.
grabby hand. The grabby hand flies into this room, and nothing happens. Nothing happens so far.
I'm gonna like touch the thing. What thing he's pointing at? The suit? Like stand. Oh, I see. Okay. I'm gonna nudge it.
As you nudge this suit of armor, Kenzie, you can see kind of through this door, this polished decorative armor that just appears to be kind of standing here empty. All of a sudden, as it's nudged, this fiery orange glow appears within it, and it kind of like turns its head towards the hand, and then the body also moves, and it's kind of on this pedestal, and it like takes a step down from this little pedestal towards the hand. And let's roll for initiative.
Oh no!
Which way does the door open? Just
inwards to your right. Inwards to your right.
Called it.
And you should be able to, as we kind of worked out last time, just roll initiative from your sheet, and I think it'll just add you in there. Awesome. And actually, you've also got your cat down the other end of the hall.
Yeah.
I'll add that to the...
I don't... Great.
And I guess Rhea doesn't have initiative, does she? So I'll just add her. So you can go ahead and roll Rhea's initiative if you want to roll them more in the combat tracker.
Oh, yep. Mm-hmm. Oh.
I'm also not in initiative.
Oh, you can just go to your sheet. I was sort of changing the way I was doing it because it's easier for me in particular. If you just roll initiative from your sheet.
Okay.
And it just puts you in the combat tracker. Then I don't have to go around like
two
holding
nat
shift
20s on
and
initiative. I know that's not actually a waste, but it feels like a waste.
We'll see what happens when he rolls initiative. No, it's not a waste.
Pretty good. All right. So Ethel, you I guess just can see. Wait, I think Alina, you might have moved. Wait, did you guys move? Kenzie was standing there.
Kenzie was standing on top.
Well, I was
standing on top of
because
Kenzie.
I moved. Yeah, because I moved out of her way to get a better angle because we were still on the same during like combat. We just were on the same spot, so I just moved. Okay.
No worries. All right, Ethel. So you just hear this kind of clink, and you see like Kenzie and Alina sort of. I'm imagining react in some sort of way or another. So you know something's happening, but you don't have a particularly good idea of what. What do you do?
Anyways, reaction is like well, Elena's like probably like, oh shit.
The chest. I'm gonna move forward a little bit, like to here, but I still can't see this armor thing, right?
No, not from there.
Yeah. So I guess I'll hold my action to just do a chill touch, because I guess Ethel doesn't know what's going on yet. And I'm going to tell my cat to come down when it can and sneak into the room around everyone.
Okay, sweet.
Let's go investigate the room.
Also, just so everyone now knows, if you haven't worked it out yet, you can, if you right-click your character and go to the second icon down on the right, you can assign your own status effects. It'll give you like a little search window, and you can type like ready, and then you can click on like ready to show that you're ready in action. Just if you want to prepare your own statuses.
Nice.
Okay. What does Rhea do? Rhea can see this thing. Actually, probably, yeah, she can just see around the corner. She can see this thing stepping down from this pedestal.
Rhea's gonna rush in, longsword bared, and swing around the iron staircase and attack. Is it normal? I think it is. And then multi-attack, so attack again.
Okay, yep. So the 10 just kind of bounces off this thing's shield. Sorry?
Yeah, sorry, no, go on.
But as it kind of like sort of pushes the longsword away, Rhea kind of swings around again and manages to get past the sword and brings it into this helmed horrors kind of just under its breastplate, and kind of like it's just like and kind of this this dent kind of like gets put in it, and this loud ringing noise kind of rings out through the room. But it seems like a very strong kind of suit of armor, and it doesn't do as much damage as Rhea would expect from kind of smashing with like all of her might on this thing. Anything else?
Nope.
Okay, the cat. I don't know if you can see the cat. Are you able to control it?
I can see the cat now. Which
Nice.
is fun. Last time I couldn't see the cat. I don't know what's going on.
I put, instead of making it invisible, a invisible condition on it, so that way you can still see it.
Gotcha. So it's gonna move here and then full dash into the room. So. And then did you say there's a staircase? Oh, this staircase
Yeah.
right
Yep.
here. Can the cat sneak by, or does it have to go all the way around? Like, what's the path to get up this staircase?
I guess it's like somewhere around here. So yeah, it can probably sneak up the staircase. And is it just going up?
Yeah,
the
so right
stairs?
now it's at 70, so it has 10 more feet. Because I said to go investigate, might as well have it go up the stairs, so...
Okay, I'll say that the staircase is... Let me see, because the staircase going down was 15 feet, so this one also will be 15 feet. So the cat is kind of like 2/3 of the way up this staircase.
Cool.
And you get the feeling it hasn't encountered anything yet or seen anything yet. Marco.
Okay, Marcus saw Kenzie making like a poke action to Alina to get her mage hand happening in that room before, and then he saw Rhea run into the room with her sword drawn, so he's going to make his way forward. I know it's double, but I'm also going to dash as well. So
Sorry, I forgot about hallway combat and that I shouldn't stand in front of doors. Oops.
25, 30, 15,
Oh.
25. I think I might have 5 more feet of movement.
So what are you doing, dashing?
Yeah, I'll dash through there. Yeah.
Sweet. All
Any
right.
turn.
And you actually, now that you come in here and you can see this thing, you can give me an Arcana check if you want to see if you
Yeah,
recognize
definitely.
it from any of your readings. You can tell that it's an animated suit of armor, some kind of construct, but you don't know much more about it.
Okay. Enter.
Gennaro.
Okay, I can see everyone, but I can't see it, so I'm just gonna do basically what Maka did, and oh, and there it is. I'm not sure, 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30. Yep, you know what, I'll dash behind the cat.
Just don't go into this square. Or
Okay,
I just
sounds good.
Hold on, I'll just change that so that's not an issue. Okay, now you can go in that square.
And I will comically try to hide behind the small feline.
Small feline is on the stairs, like all the way up.
Oh, he's on
yeah, the cat's like up
on
there.
Oh, okay.
Isn't the cat
I mean, you
invisible?
could try anyway, which would be kind of funny. But-
But the cat's invisible.
oh wait, yeah. So this is the whole. You absolutely cannot hide behind this cat. I forgot about.
Or behind the curtain.
Yeah, you just like put your head behind the curtain.
You put a lampshade on your head.
Yeah, so if it's invisible, is it see-through or does it block part of my face?
See-through.
Okay.
I guess it's kind of like, it's like the Predator, I guess.
Okay.
So it's sort of shimmery. You can still kind of see where it is.
Yeah,
But
no,
yeah,
I'm
you'll be able
turn
to see
there.
through it. Cool. All right. This thing is basically going to take a swipe at the mage hand. So it just goes like, and obviously completely misses it. And then kind of seeing that it misses it, it sort of like crooks its head to the right, and then kind of like turns around slightly towards Rhea, and then takes a swipe at Rhea. And misses. Alina. Oh, Gennaro, you can also make a Arcana check if you want to try to identify the Helmed Horror.
I think you just said it.
I said it before, actually, but yeah, I've said it. but I'll still give you like information on what it.
Okay, cool.
Yeah, unfortunately, you're not able to identify this helm. You're just like, oh, it's some kind of Helmed Horror. So you don't.
Yeah, I figured I was in the right headspace, so I gave myself disadvantage.
I can stand
There's a
by
horror
me.
of the helm variety.
Like, God, what the hell is that?
I'm off my game today. I can feel it.
Is wearing.
Can I can stand with my mage hand, obviously.
Yes.
I'm just gonna swing with booming blade and things.
So just give me just give me the dagger attack first. That's a miss.
Yeah.
Oh wait, you're doing you've got two daggers.
Yeah.
All right, sweet. That's still a miss.
Okay, and then I'm just gonna bonus action disengage.
Okay. All right.
Okay.
Jean Lemore.
Gentleman is gonna come over here and viciously mock this guy.
I don't. Wait, can you see it through there? I guess you can. Yeah, you can just see it. All right.
You're so rusty.
You're so rusty.
And also disadvantage on the next attack roll.
Okay. Cool. Yeah, it kind of almost sort of quivers a bit. The sort of metal armor just kind of like clutters and moves around a bit, and you can kind of see this thing has been affected by your spell, but otherwise it makes no reaction. Kenzie.
He's rattling! Get him! I'm just gonna move around here, kind of like get into melee. Let's see if I can hit him. Let's see. We'll do the Kanabo weapon of warning. Attack. I forgot I had advantage on initiative. Oh well. Hey!
Yeah, 23 hits.
Woohoo! Alright, damage. Yep, that all checks out. Normal.
Nice. So 10
that's
damage.
it on my.
Say that again?
Oh, that's it on my turn.
Okay, cool. Yeah, so you just come around the corner and like it has just taken a swing at Rhea, and then it's been kind of rattling a little bit after Jean Lemore's sent this psychic attack into it, and it's kind of looking the other way, and you just come around this corner and just Kanabo straight into the hedge. And again, this big like ringing sound just kind of reverberates around the room and kind of hurts everyone's ears. But you see this like dent, big dent in the side of this thing's head. Ethel.
I can see him from here, right? Yeah, okay. Then I'm just going to chill touch him. and see if that does anything.
Nice. Yeah, that
22?
hits.
Yeah.
Yep. Oh. Well, actually, I mean, if you're kind of going around here and you're kind of firing through Kenzei, yeah, 22. All right, yeah, that still hits. I'll say that still hits.
Okay.
It probably also should have had advantage. I've just realized against Jean Lamour's spell, but that's all right. We can pretend it did. Okay, so this, unfortunately, even though you managed to kind of cast this creepy spectral hand that sort of like passes through this thing and attempts to like cling to it, it just doesn't even appear to be affected by it at all. Nothing happens at all. Like, it's not even aware of it.
Does that mean this is a fun rules question that I don't actually think is relevant, but would that mean that it doesn't take damage or the spell doesn't affect it at all? Because chill touch also means it can't regain hit points, which I don't really think this guy is doing, but out of curiosity, would that mean that it's only not affected by damage or it's not affected by the spell at all?
Yeah, good point. This hand is like still clinging to it. And so you don't know, but I'll put a condition on it, which we'll say that Ethel doesn't know, but you know that. A very good question. Yeah, I'd say it would still affect it.
Okay, I don't know if that's going to be super relevant here, but I thought that was a fun question.
Yeah, because it's just immune to necrotic damage. So yeah, I think so. I think it would still affect it.
Okie dokie.
All right, Rhea.
Ray is gonna multi-attack with the longsword. Yep. Okay.
Yeah, that connects.
Great. Then again. Come on. Shucks.
So the first one kind of comes up and sort of gets it under its arm and kind of like leaves this sort of jagged dent under its arm. Again, not as much as you would hope, as Ray would hope. It's just, yeah, this very strong armor. But then it kind of brings its shield around and just sort of like smashes the sword away from it. And Ray's sword kind of like swings wildly. It kind of like nearly hits Kenzei. The cat.
Cat's running up the stairs. Full dash.
So cat goes up the stairs.
I don't know. That's a bold thing to say before I know what's up there.
So you can see through this cat, right?
I can see the cat itself, but it's all darkness around the cat.
Okay, I will... Where am I? Vision. Okay. You should no longer be able to see through it. And it kind of comes up here, and you feel like it's encountered other life forms. You kind of get that feeling.
I think it can directly communicate if it's still within 100 feet. I don't know how it could do that. Would it know the guy we're looking for? Could I be like, is it that guy?
It's just that it's a cat, so it can't really speak or anything. So it is communicating with you in the sense that you know that it's like it's found some life forms or something. But you wouldn't be able to ask it a question when it's on its turn.
Okie dokie.
But yeah, you could do that on your turn and try to get more information out of it, I guess.
Okay.
But yeah, I kind of imagine that it's generally you're going to be sort of getting smells and senses and kind of feelings and things from it. Marco.
Marco will like to cast Hold Person on the Helmed Horror.
Okay. So that I don't think will hold it because... Yeah, well, hold on. Where am I? Choose a humanoid that you can see within range. Because this thing is a construct. I don't think it's a humanoid.
Yeah, that won't work.
Oh, you did.
Yeah. So
Okay.
Unfortunately, yeah, this spell sort of just kind of flies across the room. This energy just sort of like hits it and kind of fails to sort of take hold of it. Yeah.
Okay, and end turn.
Okay, Gennaro.
If I take a step here, can I see it clearly?
Yes. Yeah, you're kind of like peeking around this staircase.
Yeah, I watched Maka cast Full Person and be like, that's a fucking person. Just freak out a little bit, and I'm going to burn it with fire.
Yeah, that hits. All right, 9 damage. Yeah, this fire just like goes like straight into its into like some of these holes in its arm, and this kind of like sparks and this big sort of like wave of heat kind of like comes out of its arm. Like this like flame is sort of interacting with whatever magical flame is already kind of animating it, and yeah, it kind of takes like a little bit of a step back, and you feel like you've definitely done some damage to it.
All right, I'm going to step back and not make eye contact, and my turn.
All right. It is going to, I think, basically have a crack at everyone involved.
Does that have disadvantage because of the vicious mockery, or did it already?
Yes, it would have disadvantage, but it misses. It misses Kenzei anyway. I'll roll it. I'll do the disadvantage just so you can have the pleasure of seeing how low it is. No, okay.
Ha ha.
And it's then going to swing at Rhea. And also misses. Okay, Alina.
Can I get around? Like, is there a way to get around that staircase? Like, is there a room?
Yeah, I think you can kind of run around there.
Okay. My mouse is unhappy today. Big time.
Feed it to Ethel's cat.
Okay.
It is actually a pretty big map, so I don't know. That one misses.
What did you do? You passed your bad luck on to me this week.
Listen, Foundry giveth and Foundry taketh away, all right?
Literally, though. All right, well, bonus action, disengage.
Yeah, you kind of like almost sort of hurt your wrist as you're just like off this thing's armor.
Annoying.
Jean Lemore.
And I shall mock ye again.
All right. It's going to have advantage this time because it has some magic resistance. And still fails.
What? Yes, good.
Ye be mocked ever still.
And disadvantage on the next attack.
Nice. Okay, Kenzei.
One more time with the Kanabo. Normal.
That misses.
I don't think that hit. Yeah.
No.
All right. That's it.
Nearly at level 5, then everyone can have 2 attacks. Okay, Ethel.
I guess I will step in here, and then I'm going to try to firebolt this guy. I don't know. I feel like this also will not work well.
It's a little bit hard to get past Kenzei with your firebolt, but you can certainly give it a go.
I tell him to jump, and I go under his legs. That would definitely that definitely wouldn't make anything more difficult.
That hits.
All of a sudden, the firebolt just ricochets around us, and we just kind of like this little hop, and just kind of boom, bing, boom, boom, then lands directly onto the helm door.
Nice. This one just goes like, yeah, straight into its helm. And again, these kind of sparks fly as there's some kind of like magical reaction going on in there. And it looks pretty pissed off about that.
Okay, and then I'm just gonna step right back out of the room.
Okay, Rhea.
Rhea is gone.
Oh, sorry, I didn't mean to take your turn.
Oh, okay. Interact object interaction, bring out short sword,
Okay.
make sword attack,
Miss.
attack again.
Miss.
Damn it. All right, short sword attack. Yeah, my God.
As you kind of like as she lashes out with her short sword, like thinking she's kind of like pulling like a sneaky move, sort of coming from down below, this thing just kind of sees it coming, and it has this like big long sword, and it just kind of like just swings its arm down like dexterously as if it was like watching everything Rhea was doing, and just knocks it away again. And the cat,
I forgot
just,
to ask my cat a question, so it can just keep exploring.
yeah, you get the impression from it that it can't go anywhere else. It's kind of like stuck wherever it is, but there's like life forms up here, and you get maybe this kind of feeling of like anxiety or something like that. Marco.
Wonderful. I love sending my cat into scary spaces.
What I was going to say is I love it when contracts are get blooded, because it's just a weird description of like, how does it bleed?
Yeah, either it doesn't, or it's like part of this sort of the magic of it.
I always just believe that the magic is like fizzing out, so it's just like jerking, just going.
Oh yeah, I can kind of picture that, like sort of attacking a ghost or something in like a 90s film. Like it sort of flashes a little bit. Okay. It'll make a save advantage because it has some magic resistance and fails.
Nice. And disadvantage on next attack.
Okay, frost. But what? I thought I put a thing in for frostbite. Okay. Oh no, that's right. I'll just give it disadvantage as this kind of frost kind of like grows around it in a similar way to the locking mechanism of the chest, and you hope that this might kind of make it easier to crack it. Anything else?
No, intern.
All right, Gennaro.
Gonna take a step here. Fire seemed to work well last time, so I'm just gonna firebolt it again.
Miss. Just like on the wall behind it.
Damn. And I will step back again and am like.
Okay, as this kind of frost is like creeping over this thing's like arm, it tries to sort of reach up and like swing downwards at Rhea. Well, I'll say actually at Kenzei, seeing as it did Kenzei first last time. So it's going to have disadvantage. And this will use up the mockery as well. So it misses Kenzei, and then it's going to swing at Rhea again. Normally. And hits. For 8 damage. Rhea tries to like do that thing of like putting like both, short sword and long sword up like to like stop it, but it kind of like sort of mixes it up at the last second and like brings its sword around downwards and just kind of like stabs her like through like the side of her stomach, and it's kind of like a pretty serious flesh wound. As she kind of cries out in pain. Alina.
Don't have high hopes for this, but we'll give it a go.
Actually, she's wearing plate armor, so I don't know how it would stab her in the stomach now that I think about it. Maybe there's a little, it managed to get its sword up underneath one of the plates. I don't know. 14, 12 and 14 both miss. Unfortunately.
Disengage.
Shalomor.
The Old Faithful. Where is it? Just need a wisdom save. Yes.
Nice. Fails again.
We are going to mock this thing to death.
Good.
All right, Kenzie.
I will. Yeah, Alina's in a bad spot. I was thinking like trying to shove it to make it so that Alina actually has advantage of, and also Rhea. By the time it gets to her, this creature will just get back up. Like, so let's just kill it to hit it to kill it, I guess.
Nice, that's a hit. Seven bludgeoning with a magic weapon. Cool. That seems to do like quite a bit of damage. You just like smash it down on its shoulder, and its whole like shoulder plate just sort of like buckles inwards.
Why do you have to break this? I wanted to wear you. Push, push, push. Just mashing this thing.
Ethel.
I'm gonna do the same turn as last time. I'll just come in here and firebolt him again.
Wait, what are you I don't think you're concentrating, are you?
Invisibility is in concentration, right?
Oh, I forgot about the invisibility. Is it?
Yeah, it is concentration.
Oh, cool. Forgot about that. Okay, firebolt.
I hit it and it didn't roll. Oh no. Oh, it's fine. I just didn't hit it. I didn't hit it good enough. Oh, okay. That's not great. I'm just gonna leave the room again.
Kenzei's like swinging at this thing, like just. And as he does that, he kind of like brings his like Kanobo back and sort of like knocks your hand like upwards as you're about to like fire this firebolt, and you just like fire directly at the ceiling, and this like plaster kind of just sort of some like crumbs of plaster like fall on Kenzei, and then you just slink out of the room. Rhea.
Oh, sorry. I'm Rhea.
That's it. Yeah, you are also Rhea now.
Okay. Normal.
Miss.
Okay, normal.
Hit.
Come on.
All right.
Sorry.
That's right.
Oh yeah.
Also hits. Cool. Yeah, it's still looking a little bit resistant, but just basically with like Rhea and Kenzei wailing on it, and Gennaro hitting it with like firebolts, it's looking pretty burnt and damaged now. Like it's looking very buckled, lots of dents in it, and it's got this kind of like blackened armor, and you feel like you're getting there with it. The cat again is just kind of like trapped in this room. And Marco.
Yeah, once again, frostbite.
Frostbite. Pass.
No, end turn.
Gennaro.
Gonna move, and we're gonna do the same thing. Just keep peppering it with fire. God damn it.
Miss.
And yeah, I'll move out of the way again, and my turn.
Okay. Seeing as it's being pummeled by Kenzei like this, it's going to try to wail on him back.
This is with disadvantage.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, yes.
Ooh.
Oh, yes.
Nice.
Sword gets stuck on the ceiling.
And you get like more plaster in your face. Like.
Mage hand to clean him off.
It's just like trying to pull its sword out of the ceiling, and it's just like, well, it doesn't make a noise, but it just and fails to hit you again. Alina.
It just shakes angrily.
It's like, yeah, yeah, yeah. You're like, what the hell? Like how's it making that noise? Yeah. It's like a little person in there. That's a little person, not a little person. That hits.
Yay!
Nice, with a +1 dagger is full damage.
Oops. Booming blade. I forgot to mention that I was doing that, but just assume I always am.
What happens when you kill this thing?
I'm probably like gonna jump on it, just stab it a bunch of times because I missed because I'm angry.
So enraged, you just like jump up on it and you're just like stabbing it like directly into its helm.
Yes.
And all these like sparks are flying out of it and it's covered in dents and it's burnt and stuff, and you just somehow kind of like stab it like particularly deep within its helm, and just you feel this kind of energy sort of pass up through your dagger and into your hand. It doesn't damage you, but you just feel this like force, and all of a sudden like whatever you've connected with kind of like explodes in this sort of blast of energy. Again, not enough to do you any damage, but this thing like sort of and then just sort of bits and pieces of it like begin falling to the ground as it becomes motionless and just collapses.
And I'm just gonna
combat.
like stand up like nothing happened and like wipe myself off and like give it like a slight kick and be like, eh. Alright.
All right.
Could I borrow the mage hand?
Yeah.
To rifle through these chests.
I think Malachi went through the chest.
These ones already?
I think so.
I don't think he went through them thoroughly.
okay.
He just kind of looked in them.
Okay.
Getsai gives a prayer for the
Nathan?
dead suit of armor that is destroyed.
I'm gonna walk.
Who do you pray to? Or what's your prayer like?
I'm just making like the comical motion of like, I'm sorry, suit of armor, this could never been impossible.
Any of these books expensive looking? Be like, Ethel, there's books over here.
Ethel was eyeing the longsword and being like, does this fit with my scimitar collection? No. No, it's not.
No, it doesn't. Not sufficiently scimitar-like. The books, you can kind of like look through these books and you're not sure. There's like a lot of books, probably like a couple hundred books in these three bookcases. And you feel like it might take you a while of looking through these to determine if there's anything valuable in here.
I'm gonna leave it to Ethel. She seems like she's more book smart than I am.
I mean, I'll take a peek, but I don't think we should be spending hours looking through books.
You don't want to spend hours looking through books?
No, Ethel does.
Are you feeling okay?
Books. I take that back.
Yeah,
you. This has been your favorite terrain, Miss Librarian.
Let me see. You kind of like have a look through here. You also conclude that it would take you quite a while to go through all of these books to work out if there's much valuable here. But because you have like a history in libraries, you do notice something that kind of has like a gold spine and sort of unusual sort of runic writing on it, and you're like, huh. That looks valuable to my librarian eyes, and you pull that book out and kind of flip through it, and it's like a sort of an obscure kind of first edition history of Karatur, and you think that this is probably a valuable first edition of this book.
Cool. Ethel gets like a little too excited.
And let me see. I'll say, you also find a book that's called The Last Charge of the Hell Riders, which kind of catches your eye just because you've obviously had some dealings with Hell Riders, and Raya's she sort of walks over and takes a look at it as well. It's like, interesting. And Marka and Alina, from where you're standing, you can notice that there's some things on this desk. There's a pot of ink and a couple of ink pens. There's some sheets of paper and sheets of parchments. There's some sealing wax. There's a gold signet ring, which looks like it has some sort of design on it. You're just kind of looking at this desk, you can see this. And you also, Marka, you in particular see something that draws your eye. You see what looks like a map of some kind. And as you look at this map, you get this like tingling sensation down your spine. It looks like, you're kind of looking at it upside down on the desk, but you just get this like strong sense of like familiarity and deja vu when you see this. And there's also what looks like an open letter sitting next to this map.
Well, Mark was originally distracted with the ink supplies and that until his eyes were drawn to that map. So his focus is on that map and the open letter. I'd like to pick up the letter and have a read of it.
So you pick up the letter, and it is written in Infernal.
Okay. Actually,
I can read Infernal. I want to look
I'll
at the
ask
ring.
Alina. Can you cast a quick look over this letter? If it's something that we need to know now, or we can talk about it later.
All right, so Alina, you have a look at this letter, and it looks like this.
Oh. Interesting.
I'm just curious, Alina, are you actually going to tell me what's on this letter? No, I'm just saying, like, from a game point of view.
Oh, this is very interesting. Very interesting.
Yeah. Maybe I'm just a slow reader, okay?
No, I'm just asking because Adrian hasn't showed me.
Oh.
No, I'm only joking. No, game on.
I tell him what it says.
While this stuff is happening, I pick up the head of the suit of armor.
Oh my gosh.
Okay.
And I just start walking it out of the room.
I'm gonna just real quick warg into my cat and see if I can see what the cat is seeing up in the attic or in the up the stairs.
Okay. So you look through your cat's eyes, and what do you see up here? So this spiral staircase that the cat climbed up is about 15 feet up, and you see up here, I'll just give you vision again. Oh, but it can't see anyway because cats don't actually have dark vision, strangely. But it can kind of like walk around and what can it kind of see without dark vision? I mean, you can sort of get the sense that it's like bumping into some kind of iron cage-like structures. There's some sort of like wooden shelf type structure. And otherwise it's just this kind of big like square room, and you can't see much else up there.
Okay, I guess I'll relay that to everyone that maybe there's a cage up there. That's what I got out of that. And that the cat is not happy, so I'll tell the cat it can come back downstairs. But
I don't think that guy's in a cage, the guy we're looking for.
Yeah, but that doesn't mean there's not something else up there.
I don't know. Like, who knows? I'm gonna take a closer look at this ring, and
Yep,
Yeah.
the ring is a signet ring, and it has an infernal Z on it, and a sort of a unique pattern around it.
okay, I'm gonna put it on.
It is kind of, it's really big when you try to put it on, but you can
Yeah,
maybe
put it on
sort of
my
wear it on your
thumb.
thumb. Yeah, you can do that. But Rhea, actually, when you say that there's cages up there, Rhea says, and Alina, you kind of say that, you don't think Thavius... Were you referring to Thavius Krieg when you said that he wouldn't be in a cage?
Yeah.
Rhea kind of says, I do not think that Thavius Krieg would willingly spend time with people that keep devils in their house. I believe that there's a good chance that we will find him locked up somewhere. I think we should possibly look up there.
Okay.
What is like the map? Is it like kind of like sprawled over on the table here, right?
Yes.
All right. Can I like turn it to so I can like read it like right side up? Does this map look anything of interest? I should say, like anything of like, do I recognize like what this map might be of at least?
Yeah, so when you look at this map, you see a map of a large area of the Sword Coast between Baldur's Gate and Candlekeep that has the Cloakwood in it, and a sort of peninsula below the Cloakwood that has some writing that has been added to the map. Some arrows that are pointing to these landmarks, and there's like these sketchings of the landmarks. I'll show you the map. There's these like kind of sketches of these landmarks down one side, which I haven't added. But Marka, if you're kind of, what are you doing at this point?
Well, I was gonna say I'll be very protective of the map and the letter. If Kenzie wants to have a look, I'll just quickly show him and just like fold everything up, the letter, put everything in my away. Just so we can worry about it later on, just to change the conversation.
Oh, right, okay. Well, I will say...
I'll
so
let
you
have a look to begin with, but I'll just be protective of it.
Do you look at it?
Yeah, so I would like to have a look at it as well.
Okay, so when you look at this map, these images that are drawn here, you recognize these as being the images that you attempted to depict in your childish drawing of an area of coastline when you were a child that you haven't been able to identify until now.
Yeah, realizing that, I'll just say, "Oh, thanks, Kenzo. We'll have a look at this when we get back to the Blushing Mermaid, and just fold everything up and tuck everything away safely."
Sweet.
Well, that's fine.
Any interesting books over there, Ethel?
I'll show her the one about the Hell Riders, and then I have the other one very closely hugged against my chest, and it's like, this one's mine.
Let's protect this with my life. My life, and she just holds up like a scimitar.
Oh, my precious. Beautiful book.
I'm gonna kind of look at her like, okay.
I should have said it was called like A Brief History of Scimitars or something.
Ethel would have burst into tears, so it's good that you didn't. So beautiful.
Can I look at the Hell Riders one?
Yeah.
I can't pull that from her cold dead hands.
My hands are not dead yet. They're close to it.
Well,
not yet.
Yeah, you can have a look at this book of the Last Charge of the Hell Riders, and it just looks like a story told about the Hell Riders, and it's from a brief look. It seems to be written in kind of very sort of poetic writing. It's like an Edda, or like a sort of a big long like flowery poem.
I'll just kind of like flip through it, I guess, quick, and be like, I don't know, it's more Rhea's thing.
Yeah, I mean, you see kind of passages that describe the Hell Riders like following an angel on a war elephant down into the pits of hell. And you see passages about Elturel being kind of besieged by the undead and things of this nature.
Ooh.
And
metal.
And Rhea says, I know these stories well. I can tell you these. Perhaps when we have more time.
Okay, I'll just like toss it down on the table, I guess.
Okay.
We're all good in this room. Do we want to ascend the stairs to see what other dangers try to kill us?
Yeah, last time I climbed the stairs, I got in trouble, so I'll wait.
Yeah, I come back.
Well, let's
head anymore. Sorry.
You come back and you don't have the head anymore?
Yeah, I put it in the bed. It's about sending a message.
It's like The Godfather.
Yeah, exactly. Someone set this up and...
I'll make him an offer he can't refuse. I'll leave him iron head in her bedroom.
Alright.
And I will
start climbing stairs. Oh, I'm sorry.
Yeah, go into
climbing, I just compliment John Lemore. Just like, definitely write that down. Like, you basically insulted an inanimate object to death. Like, that should be on your resume.
Oh, yes. Well, thank you. That's a good idea. I should write a ballad about it.
I have dark vision, so yep, there's people up here.
Rhea comes up here and she's like stumbling around. She can't see shit. And you can all just see her very clearly as she's like, well, I mean, it's still, you know, dim for you, but yeah, she's like, whoa, got her hands out, like trying to feel around and shit.
I'm just gonna yell down to Malachi and be like, we need a lantern.
Gennaro and Mark, this square here will take you upstairs if you want to go upstairs.
No, Mark is just going to collect the last of like any paper, inkwells, and so forth.
Okay, yeah, you get
supplies of it. Yeah.
Yeah, there's like 10 sheets of paper, 5 sheets of parchment, sealing wax, 1 ounce pot of ink, 2 ink pens, and yeah, this gold signet ring that Alina got.
Yeah, that's fine.
Just sporting it around like
ridiculously. I'll say, actually, also that when you looked at the letter Alina, you noticed there was something written on the back of it. And I'll just say that it looked like, almost, yeah, just something written down the bottom of it that looks like almost like a stamp of some kind that says "Friendly Arm In."
Ooh.
Was that in Infernal as well, or
no?
Common.
Common. Yeah, it just looks like like an ink stamp of some kind.
Awesome. Yeah.
Okay, so you come up into this room, and you can see this another bookcase. It's an empty bookcase that's like dominating this west wall, and there's these 2 filthy padlocked cages standing on the floor, and each of these cages holds a human prisoner and a chamber pot. It stinks up here. You feel like these people have been up here for a little while, and they both are staring at you all as you come up, but neither of them say anything. They're keeping very still and very quiet.
So Marco will pass his lantern with oil mask and light it for Rhea, so she can carry that.
Thank you.
Because Marco's got his goggles of night now, and he just slides them on.
Sweet. Did you adjust your inventory for the ink? Or no, not the ink.
No,
whatever
not
it
yet.
was. Okay, sweet. Oil flask.
Can do it.
Cool.
Can you bring the mage hand up here, please?
Oh yeah, mage hand. There you go.
We all love the mage hand. It does look like it's just waiting for a high
So
five.
my hand, my mage hand. I'm gonna cast it as invisibility, so it's invisible.
Okay. Oh, hold on a second. Let me just put a thing on it. There you go. Okay.
I was like, oh no, the game already paused. It did something bad.
Like as soon as you make it invisible, like let's roll for initiative.
No. And because of my special stuff. You have. I'm scared of everything now. Alright. I can lockpick with it. So I'm
Okay.
I'm gonna attempt.
Should we say hi first?
No.
We haven't said anything to these people.
I'm not saying shit.
Are we even
I'm
going
not
to attempt
locking
to
it.
identify if any of these are the people that?
Yeah,
Are
no, I'm
looking
gonna
for-
be like, hello.
Cages.
Bonjour. Yes. What is your name? How did you get in here?
Okay. So so before I get to you, Jean-Lamour, as this mage hand is trying to pick this lock, it makes this clicking sound and the lock pops open and it has succeeded. But at that moment, this imp appears in the cell. Where am I? Hold on. Appears in the cell and instantly stings this woman and kills her. And it's like,
Oh my god.
and it then like kind of moves over to the other side of the cell and like disappears again. And then you can hear like the sound of, actually I will keep it visible and just give it this invisibility thing. It's invisible, but you can kind of see this kind of like shimmering sort of movement, like the predator, and you can hear you can hear this like flapping of wings as it kind of like flies over here, and you think it's like somewhere over here. And Jean-Lamour, as this is happening, you're kind of like posing this question to, who did you pose it to?
Well, it was her.
Well, she doesn't say anything. Just
Combat?
I guess.
so nothing.
Yeah, I mean, we got an imp in here. We're not gonna want to just
Well, I
start
mean,
stabbing people.
If you want me to unlock this one and watch this guy die too.
Don't.
So you aren't attacked or anything, but it's up to you what you want to do.
Imp, cover yourself.
How do you initiate
Dude's just
combat?
swinging around this fucking.
All right, yeah. If you just pull out your Canova. All right, let's roll for
Yeah,
initiative.
Start swinging in the air.
Okay, let's roll for initiative.
He's just mad.
Combat?
Come on, surely.
Where am I in this? Okay, let me roll another d20 because I do have advantage on this stuff.
Okay.
I think Rhea
That's with
needs
my
to be
laundry.
put into the combat tracker.
Rhea in the combat tracker.
And the cat
Thank
too.
you.
I don't think I can roll initiative from the cat's page.
Cat in the combat tracker.
And I
Okay.
don't
Oh my
And I
god.
don't think it's going to change too much, but technically Kenway has a 14 initiative.
And
I can
Has
suggest
Rhea rolled a nat 20 twice in a row? for
Yes.
initiative?
Ridiculous.
She's just so speedy. She's
This
so
is
cool.
amazing.
all right. Oh, I haven't rolled.
Rhea the Flayer.
How do you think Clancy is doing?
I think he's doing well.
That's my worry.
It's true, but he has to learn to be independent now.
It's just so hard watching them grow up, you know?
Oh.
Okay, Gennaro, you see Kenze running in and swinging his Kenobo in the direction of this imp. I'm assuming, what do you do?
Okay, so the imp is invisible right now, though.
Yes, but you know where it is because it's moving around and flapping, and you saw it kind of move around, so you know that it's here.
Let's take out the crossbow. Disadvantage?
Yes. Seven's a miss. It just into this empty bookcase.
Okay, I'll just end my turn there.
All right, Freya.
I have a question. Can I grapple something that's invisible?
You can try.
Let me just.
Yep.
Okay.
Yes, you can.
Okay. All right. Rhea's gonna come in and jump on this thing and try and grapple this imp by.
So give me a athletics check.
Athletics. Okay.
At it's interesting.
Disadvantage.
Let me think. I mean, you're using an attack. I'm going to say a disadvantage. I don't know the answer to that though, but you're using an attack to do a grapple, so kind of. Okay.
Should I roll again?
No, that's fine.
Oh, okay. Good.
No, them's the something. Them's the
dice.
results.
Right.
Them's the dice. Nice. Okay, this thing's gonna try to like struggle out of your grasp, and I suppose I'll just give it a normal roll because it's not really making an attack or anything. Okay, she manages to grab hold of this thing, like wrap her arms around it. Anything else?
No.
Okay, Marco.
Can Marka hear any other flying noises around the cages near?
No. Yeah, you don't hear any other flying noises.
Okay, I'm going to say to the man in the cage, the person in the cage, look, we're here to help you. If there's any more dangers, you have to let us know, and cast Frostbite on the imp.
And I'll say, because he's not in the initiative, that as you kind of say this to him, his eyes widen and he kind of like sort of shakes his head like very subtly, like he's like scared to respond. But otherwise, give me an attack roll at disadvantage on the imp. Wait, what are we casting? Frostbite.
It's
a
just a
save.
DC.
Okay. And it also has some magic resistance, so it's going to make that at advantage. And looks like it passes.
Okay, end turn.
Okay. Oh yeah, and also, as I mentioned to some of you, I spoke to actually Paul Hughes from the Monstrous Menagerie, and he confirmed that Warhammer was right. You can do full damage to the imp with either a magic weapon or a silvered weapon, or a silvered weapon.
Ooh.
Just so you know. Ethel.
I guess I'll message this guy and be like, is there anything else in the room? Because I'm the only one who can hear his response, and if he still can't answer, then we can move on.
Yeah, nice. Okay. Yes, you hear, yes! Behind me!
Okay, then I'll yell out that there's something else, and I'll point in the direction of behind the guy. I'm gonna do my best to make it look like as if the spell I just cast revealed that to me and not the guy. You know, like, oh, I cast a spell. Oh, there's something over there. Wow.
I cast some kind of spell. Okay. Sounds good. All right, and as you yell that out, Marka, you now do hear that wings begin to beat. And you all can see that what looks like another imp, but again, still invisible, sort of is kind of flapping around over here. You can hear it and kind of see this sort of, transparent sort of moving thing. And it is going to flap over to Jean Lemore, and it's going to attempt to sting you. And hits.
No.
And, it would have had advantage, but actually it's going to crit fish. I'm sorry. Okay. And it'll do some damage. It does 4 piercing and... 1 piercing and 4 poison.
Uh-huh.
And it becomes visible when it does this, but it then turns invisible again. And it then, you can all clearly hear it flap over to this corner of the room over here. Okay, Kenzie.
So if we do that, so let's try to move over here and attack this thing right here, I guess.
Okay.
Try to, anyway. Yeah. Novel of Warn. Attack at disadvantage still. There's disadvantage. Of course. Alright.
Nice.
That's it.
Alright. It just sort of like, sort of jumps up, like aided with its wings, and just kind of like jumps over your Kanabo, and your Kanabo just like smashes into this plaster wall and just like leaves a big dent in it. And it is going to fly. Let me see. I'm gonna do it like this.
Grappled?
It's
grappled. Grappled. Forgot about grappled.
An embrace.
Actually, in that case, I guess you would have done a flat roll. I forgot about grappled.
Want me to reroll?
Oh, shit. Yeah, go ahead. Wait, is it grappled that gives you... I forget this every time.
Oh.
Hold on.
Well, I guess the idea for invisibility is that you still don't have a clear image, but yet when a creature is like grappling something and it can't move,
you don't
like,
get an
I feel
advantage
like that gives
anyway.
It, like, a clear image.
You don't get advantage from grappling anyway.
It's like the disadvantage, but that's just me.
Oh, because you can kind of see where it is. I get what you mean.
Yeah.
You can clearly see that,
like it's not giving me like advantage, but it's negating the disadvantage because of the unseen stuff, like unseen creature stuff. But
although I like that idea, I think that I don't think I think just because it has the invisible condition for now, I like that though, but I'm gonna say it's kind of wriggling around and it's hard for you to see exactly where it's wriggling, so it's still able to kind of like duck under your weapon, even though it's being grasped by Rhea. And so then it's going to try to sting Rhea. It's not going to try to get out of her grasp. But misses? Okay, cat.
Can the cat get up on this bookshelf easily?
Yep. Yeah, easy.
Alright, then can I be here and provide the help action to any attacks on the imp?
You need, you need to be 5 feet away from the imp.
How tall is the bookshelf? Like, could I do it from the ground over here?
Actually, I think... Oh no, because Rhea's on top of the bookshelf, isn't she?
I think so.
Well, you can come over here and sort of like jump up and kind of give the help action, I'll say. That's alright.
Sure, well, yeah, I definitely have enough movement for that, I think, so...
Yeah, it can kind of jump up and like swipe as if it's like swiping it like a ball of string or something. Okay, Elena.
Ready. Just move in. And I gotta try to attack it. And I don't have disadvantage because of the help?
Yes, correct.
It does.
17 is a hit.
Okay, and booming blade and attack and things and stuff.
Alright, nice. Stab this thing with a magic weapon and do full damage. And sneak attack. Okay. And what did you do? You didn't do booming blade.
Yeah, I did. It's just my mouse. For some reason, it's not registering my clicks and it's lagging everywhere.
Oh, what happened to my booming blade image? Okay, that's alright. That's a booming blade.
Okay. I don't know what's happening.
Oh, that's what it's meant to do. Okay. So yeah, you kind of like stab at this thing and you just put like 2 big holes in like, well, you can't really see actually what you're doing, I suppose. But you feel like you're kind of like cutting through leather, and you think you've just like cut like this thing's wing or both of its wings, and you've done it a lot of damage. And it does the usual like, yeah, let me go. Wait, didn't you already do it? Oh man, I'm losing track
Just
of.
one
I thought you already
dagger.
did the dagger. Okay, so this is the
Second
second dagger. So that's 4 damage. Okay, that is enough to. Wait, you need to do a disadvantage on the second attack.
Oh,
Because it's now, yeah, the help action only works for the first one. Nice. All right, so you managed to kill this thing, and it kind of like becomes invisible. It becomes visible in Rhea's hand as it kind of like goes limp, and then this sort of blackness kind of spreads all over it, and it kind of breaks up and like turns into this like powdery ash, and again just kind of disappears.
got it.
Anything else?
I'm just gonna disengage back a little bit. Just, you know.
Okay. Jean-Lamont.
Gonna hide in this corner and aim a crossbow at the imp.
It'll be a little bit hard to shoot over
sorry.
the cage, but you can do that.
Sorry, I just rolled it again. Just at
Yeah, you fire this bolt and it like bounces off the top of this cage and then just goes like straight into the back of this like dead human woman that's lying in the cage. Like,
sorry, ma'am. Okay. I'll just come here and ask this guy. Can we let you out? What's your name?
he's like, yes, let me out. My name's K-Jill. And Gennaro.
Wait, what the fuck? Maybe refreshing. Maybe that's the issue.
I'm just gonna bolt. Let's try and hit it with the crossbow again.
Okay. Crossbow from there is going to have some cover. Probably like a fair bit of cover, I think. Because if you're like shooting from here, wait, where am I? I guess like this cat's like not gonna. Okay, 9 misses.
Not good
anyway.
enough anyways.
Yeah, it's not good enough anyway. Anything else?
No, I think I'm gonna have my turn there.
Okay, Rhea.
Oh, Rhea is gonna. Gonna jump down and grapple this guy. Can she stand here, or does she have to stand here?
She can stand there, but actually, I just remembered that she is holding the lantern. It.
Wait,
I guess
for grapple, you only need one hand, right?
That's true. You only need one hand. Yeah. Okay. Yeah. Sweet. Nice one.
Okay. Cool.
All right. So you
Yes,
jump down.
good.
You grapple this thing. Give me an athletics check at disadvantage
Yep.
because it's invisible,
Mm,
and it's going to try to squirm away. Ooh.
what
Okay.
are you like?
Grappled.
Also, since its grappling is replacing attack, she can attack again if she wanted to.
Grappling.
Except
what,
that
sorry?
she's holding a lantern in her left hand.
Well,
I mean, but
Try smacking it with a.
Yeah, I was gonna say attack.
I
with
can
the
yeah, you
lantern.
can, you can do
Just
that.
like bonk it on the head.
Okay. Can I do that? Can I smack it on the head with the lantern, smashing the
Or you
lantern?
can just headbutt him.
Yeah, you can do either of those. Just give me like a regular like strength based attack. So you can just use your long
okay.
sword or whatever.
Oh, yeah, sure. At normal, is it flat?
No. It's still disadvantage.
Okay.
That hits though. And so you can do like 1d4 damage.
Oh, okay. 1d4. Ha-ha!
Wait, so what are you doing? Headbutting or hitting it with the lantern?
I want to hit it with the lantern.
Okay. It seems a little bit resistant to your lantern hits. It's the Monsters Menagerie specifically says that imps are resistant to lanterns.
Damn it!
No, but it's neither silvered nor magic. But you kind of like smash it and you feel like it's like, what's the big idea? Okay, Marco.
Marco would like to use frostbite.
Okay.
Is that just a save?
Save. Fails.
Oh. Cool. So it has disadvantage on its next attack.
Nice.
Disadvantage. 3 damage. All right. It's just, kind of like, I'll say at this... Oh, it can't really do that in its turn. Yeah, so you're just all kind of... Oh no, Rhea's still holding it. Ignore me. Okay, Ethel.
I'm just gonna step forward and chill touch it.
Okay.
And that's at disadvantage, right?
Yes. Miss.
Aw, darn. Alright, well that's it for me. This was fun.
Okay, this one is just going to sort of try to struggle to escape. I guess it would have advantage.
Roll again?
But yeah, roll again. Just a standard athletics, just a flat roll. I don't know if this makes sense, but I'm kind of trying to be consistent at least with my made-up rule. Okay, 13. Okay, it manages to escape. Everything's 13.
So lucky.
Manages to escape, and in doing all of that, it would have become visible, but it's going to then use a bonus action to become invisible again, so... Wait a minute, it had disadvantage. Oh, it's so confusing. Oh, but it's still got 13 on both of its rolls.
Yeah.
Alright, Kenzie. Everything's a 13. Everything's a 13. Everything's a drum.
I am going to do is just try to hit it, I guess.
It's sort of like backing away into the corner.
Yeah. Back. Disadvantage.
Miss.
Yeah, I figured. That's it.
Alright. Catlin Stark.
The cat is just gonna give the help action on any attacks against this imp.
Okay. Stupid cat. Elena.
Can I straddle the cat over top of the cat?
What? You want to like mount the cat?
Invisible, so you might kick the cat instead.
Oh, you just want to stand over the. I get what you're saying.
Like stand over top of the cat.
You move into that space and just hear like a horrible I just kicked a cat noise. That's
yeah.
Yeah, exactly.
Just because of the rules, basically, you can't share the space with it. So
can't you just not end your turn? No. So can she go into that space and then leave?
So the way that the rule is that it's like you can't end the movement, and so it's not actually the turn, and so you can move through it, but you can't stop in it and attack and then move on from it. Right. I watched a thing or read a thing on that.
Drop my friggin' daggers and pull out my short bow. Because I can't hit anything unless I'm close to it.
Okay. I mean, you could throw the...
I could, but it's fine.
But you'll at least have one flat roll. That hits. Ow!
Is there an arrow sticking out of him now?
Yes. Well, yeah. Oh, yeah. So there's just this, kind of arrow that almost appears to be kind of floating in the air,
Perfect.
but still disadvantaged because it's just still kind of hard to see exactly what you're shooting at, and it's kind of moving around and shit.
Yeah, for me, but for everybody else, if they just hit the arrow, right?
It's just because it has the invisible condition, and therefore you have disadvantage. But I'll roleplay it as saying, you could kind of aim for this. You could try to do the Robin Hood thing.
I'm gonna be embarrassed.
Honestly, the AC for like firing directly at the arrow is probably harder than actually just hitting the. That's like some Robin Hood shit.
Accepted.
Listen, we're all not Robin Hood, all right?
Be a ranger.
Try
I actually have been Robin Hood this whole time.
Robin Hood.
Ethel is actually just a normal thief disguised as an old lady to get into places to steal from the rich.
I was wondering about those green tights.
Yeah, also the crossbow that I never used that's been on my back the whole time, and my truly ridiculous hat.
No wonder there's been a group of merry men following us all around. They're just waiting to spring the
I'm
ambush.
really hoping you didn't notice them.
That explains those guys. Okay, what's happening? Alina, is that your turn?
Yeah, I was just thinking about using my cunning action to control the mage hand and just to slam the arrow in harder so it doesn't fall out. But yeah.
Yeah. You can try to do that. It probably wouldn't have much of an
no
impact.
damage probably, but yeah. Just for added flair.
You and your fucking flare. Jean-Lamont.
Okay, Jean-Lamont has an idea. He's gonna run up to Rhea and give her
Put a sack over her head.
burlap sack. No. And whisper in her ear. You can put this over the imp, and then we will be able to see him. And then he's gonna run back here and say to this guy, "Don't worry, we will get you out as soon as we are done with this impish fellow."
Okay, I'll say she can use a reaction to take this from you.
Ooh, yeah.
And I was going to have her pull a Kensei and just be like, no, this thing must die. But then I realized you control her as well. So nicely done. Okay, Gennaro.
Going to try and move up close. And take a better shot with the crossbow again.
Also putting the bag over it so we can just see it makes it easier to attack it because it can't be invisible in a bag.
I didn't even realize what you're going for. I think that would definitely get rid of the... Well, where do I draw the line now? Is it when there's an arrow in it? Is it when the... Oh, I guess I have to actually DM and not just go by the rules.
Question.
Next thing, I'm gonna throw a pot of ink in it. So,
Ooh, that's a good idea.
yeah.
That hits.
So I didn't put disadvantage because technically you should be at disadvantage, right?
Yeah, still at disadvantage.
So then I'm going to use restore balance to make it an even roll.
Okay, nice. Okay, fire damage.
Yeah, fire is probably not the best idea, but yeah.
Yeah, it seems to have no effect on it.
God damn it.
It's just like, full. Rhea.
Rhea is gonna go in and grapple this guy and try and put the sack on it.
Right.
Oh wait, shit! But she's only got one hand. Okay.
She can
I guess she's
drop the lamp on the floor. As long as it doesn't... Actually, that could set a fire. Never mind. It take my point.
Well, an object interaction just to just gently set it down. I don't think will affect too much.
Yeah, that's fine. She can do that.
Is she able to gently set it down?
Yeah, that's fine.
Okay. gently places it down and grapples this guy. So disadvantage.
But it catches fire anyway.
No.
Okay.
Calmly sit down. No, get back here. Get here.
Just plan it all along. Burn the evidence.
I really want this to
You
work.
better fail. You better fail. Okay.
Okay.
Awesome.
So even though so you're putting the sack on. That's what you're doing.
Yep.
And because you already have it
say the
grappled.
sack.
Oh wait, no, you don't have it. You didn't have it grappled actually. It managed to break away
No.
from the grapple. So you did have
No,
both
yeah,
hands.
it was. Yes.
Oh, okay, yeah. So the
That's
putting
why I just.
putting the sack over its head or grappling it, I guess, is what I'm now realizing that I
okay.
was asking, which I wasn't. But that
Oh,
is
I
now
see.
what I'm-
I guess I have grappled it now.
Okay, so you haven't put the sack over it.
Okay, no. You know what? Can I just put the sack over it?
Yes, I want that
Okay,
because
good.
I'm going
Okay,
to
good.
say that makes it visible.
Okay, good. Yay!
Because I have to draw the line somewhere, I guess. All right. It's now just like kind of bouncing around with this sack over its head. And anything else?
No.
Actually, Rhea would still be able to...
To attack? Oh, yeah, shit, because she has multi
I guess so.
All right, I'm gonna.
Well, let me think. She was holding the lantern. She had to put the lantern down.
Oh, yeah.
She's
that's
holding...
True.
She would have... I don't know. I guess she kind of took the sack with a sword hand. And so then she would have had to kind of put this sack on by... She put the lantern down.
You can just start punching it.
She can
Okay.
punch it. Yeah, you can
I'll
do that.
punch it.
Headbutt it.
I'll punch it. Okay.
This is how we do things down here at Altarel.
Just sack over the head and then just beat it. Nice.
Guys, this has become a permanent strategy.
I have plenty of sacks.
Listen, if you put a sack over someone's head, they're like blinded, right? And then so this is actually a good strat.
Mm.
I think that's right. I think they would be blinded. I mean,
I think
Good-
it's also
good
called
call.
Altarel special as well. Altarel pillow. The Altarel pillow, yeah.
that's a pretty strong move. I think I'm gonna have to reflect on the old sack over the head move.
Putting sacks on people's head and tying it off.
It's been going visible on a bonus action. We gotta have some ways to counteract it at like.
Why didn't we do this with the help guy?
Exactly.
Yeah, that's what I mean.
He just made it onto his head and he would have been so confused.
Yeah, that's what I mean. I'm gonna have to think about that because that's a very powerful move for pretty low cost.
We know
I
there's
like
an
it, though.
availability of sacks around. You know.
I thought somebody
Everyone's
bought
got at
like
least
20
like
sacks
three.
or something. Like, yeah, you've got heaps
yeah.
of
Right.
Can we name our group the Hessian Sacks?
the sacks.
That's actually great.
Oh, no.
New band name, a plethora
Yeah,
of
that's
decks.
actually pretty good.
Wait, we're not the Hessian sacks for the Hessian hats is what we're doing.
All right. Marco, for now, we'll say that this thing cannot see and is very easy for you to see.
Okay. This is what I would like to do. Let me know if I can do it or not.
Mhm.
Okay. I would like to move forward, but see, I can't because it's flying. What I want to do is I want to tie the bottom of the sack.
I actually would say that it's not flying
can't
because it
reach
can't fly because it's under the sack, so it would have fallen to the ground. Even though that stops you from.
Okay.
I'm sorry to. Yeah.
No, that's fine. Like even because these all these spaces are occupied, I wouldn't be able to
Yeah.
do that. I believe. Okay.
If it were flying,
fine.
then you could, but yeah, I don't think it could fly with a
Yeah.
sack over it. Otherwise, that would have been sick.
Yeah.
Get in my
just gonna-
sack.
Old faithful. Frostbite then.
Sweet. Anna, it reminds me of the storyteller. You know,
Oh, yeah.
like when the soldier has all those like imps in its sack, and it's like swinging it around, and they're all going like, whoa, 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 and he's like hitting it on tables and shit. They're like, ah! Fuck, I love that.
That
I love
gives
that
me an
episode.
idea.
If anyone hasn't seen the storyteller, I strongly recommend it. 19 hits.
That was a save. Sorry.
Oh,
that's
sorry,
saved.
fuck, it was a save.
Yeah,
Save,
Frostbite,
19 hits. 19 succeeds. Ethel.
So I would just like to throw out there, I can't do this right now, but we could just attach the sack to something and have like a little imp balloon But I'm gonna chill touch it right now. Oh wait, would I have disadvantage because it's on the ground?
It's
It's a ranged
not prone, so no.
Okay.
You would have advantage, although I'm going to say that it has full cover because it has a sec. No, I won't do that, but...
What am I rolling with?
Yeah, just advantage. Go advantage.
Oh, okay. I'm not gonna argue
blind.
with you.
It's blinded.
Dude, this Hesh and Sack maneuver is gonna be too powerful.
I'm gonna nerf it a bit. I'll try to
Someone
find a
throw
good balance because I
bean in
like
there
it.
and then shake it up, and it'll have to eat the bean, right?
I mean, we have to be able to get the sack on the person's head and stuff.
This is
So,
true,
I can
yes.
hear
And they have to
you.
it would be more difficult.
Yeah. They also
Planning
have to
is
not
gonna be
just
stiff.
immediately take it off. So like,
We have to make sure all our sacks are like in good condition. There's no holes in its head. So we're like
I'm a
meeting.
tailor. I
and
got
every
this.
night darning sacks.
Yeah.
Does
I
a
love
20
to see
hit?
try to
The 20
do this,
does
like,
hit.
I love to see this maneuver on like creatures like let's do it on this like definitely not on fire like devil tries at the position to excellent person. Oh no, our counter.
Yeah, I was just about to say, it's just like, I can hear you. Like, you were not scared of you. You're nerfed by a sack.
Oh no, my greatest weakness.
Yeah, exactly.
Go ahead.
As this hand passes through the sack, you just see this thing kind of like struggling around, trying to like punch at this sack and it poking holes in it with its tail, and it just and then kind of goes still and like falls limp again, and then and the sack kind of like sinks flat. But now it's got all holes in it.
Press the digitation it clean, and then I'll sew it later. I'll pick it up and put it in my pocket.
It's got lots of holes in it. Yeah, you have to fix
I
it.
picked up a bunch of thread and
sew
needles.
it, sew it. Sorry, I thought you said sell
I'm
it.
gonna sew it.
Nice.
No, I'm gonna sew it.
Except
Would
you're
you
not
like this
proficient with that,
Hesh
though, I don't
that
think.
was on an imp?
Oh, no, you would
gold.
be.
Yeah.
Wait, there
I
is
have
something that
weaver's
you
tools,
got.
I think.
Yeah, but you're not proficient with it. You're only proficient with thieves' tools. So you can
We'll work on it.
you can give it a go.
Do some really bad like darning, and it just looks bad, but it would be functional, you know.
It's fine.
All right, this guy is like, thank you. Please let me go.
Why are you in here?
You sound kind of cranky, to be honest. I don't know if I want to pick you out of here.
What's pranky?
Cranky.
Oh, cranky. Oh, I'm
It
eager.
really seemed like you're pulling a lot of pranks in here.
Believe me, I've tried. I'm just keen to escape. Please,
Why? What'd you do?
What happened?
Well, the Duke Thalemra, Vanthampur, she's been basically dodging her tax payments, her yearly tax payments, and I am a tax collector, and I was tasked with the duty of, essentially trying to coax her into paying her taxes, but she was refusing, and I came to, I've been nagging her, I suppose, and she just lost it with me and punched me in the face, and I woke up and I was here. I've been here for I don't know, like a week or something.
Government
Who was
work.
the woman?
The woman was Duke Thalemra Vanthampur.
No, the woman in the other cage.
Oh,
Yeah.
that was I think her name was Shailene. She came here only a couple of days, I think, after me, but we weren't able to speak because every time we tried to say or do anything, we would get stabbed by these damned imps.
Oof.
So I don't really know anything else about her.
Does he look like he's telling the truth?
Give me an insight check. You don't see anything in his face that would suggest that he would be lying to you.
Is there anything in his hands?
No, he's just like holding the bars.
Okay.
We could go ask that girl that Alina threatened if she saw this man come in and if he was a tax collector. Or we could just let him go. And
I'm just gonna let him out. I
Yeah.
can pick it.
Yeah. Let's.
I'll say you can relatively easily unlock, even if you Fail. It's good enough. It's good enough. The door swings open. He kind of like pushes it open. He's like, "Oh, thank you. How do I get out of this place? I don't remember."
I don't suggest the front door. There's a bunch of guards, so you might want to wait.
Oh shit.
Good luck with that.
Ah shit. There's taxes to collect. No, I'm just kidding. I'm getting the fuck out of Baldur's Gate. I've had enough of this shit. He like goes down the stairs. He's like, "Oh crap!"
And I was just gonna say I was gonna walk it, like wash up, grab a uniform from the guards, and just kind of like take your way out. You'll be fine.
Where do I get that? There's some stairs. Oh, there's a bed over here. He like starts rifling through these chests here. It's like, oh, there's some hats in this one. Lovely.
A luck blade. Where did this one come on? This will be useful. Hey, wait a minute.
You hear him shout up the stairs like, "These are going straight to the state. They're not for me. I'm collecting these hats. They're tax hats." Okay.
Is there anything in these cages of interest?
There's nothing else. There is just this like overflowing chamber pot and just like hair and sweat and fingernails.
I'm leaving. I can't go down the stairs. It's just boomeranging me around.
Just go to there. Yep. Go to the. Everyone can go to the bottom right-hand corner to leave the room.
Are these stairs? Like, are they supposed to be the top of the stairs?
Yeah.
Yeah. Is losing its
I was
marble.
curious. I thought it was a big lampshade.
It does look like that.
What's happening?
Yeah, I guess I don't know. It must be pretty difficult to draw a
stairs
from
the
above.
top.
Did that? I can see what's happening with you, Elena.
What is going on?
Okay, hold on. Let me just delete you. Add you again. What happens?
Yes, the mansion itself will not permit you to walk any way further. I'm sorry, you are stuck in this location for all the new character.
Guys, it took us like 2 hours to go through one door.
You're gonna have to move me.
Well, one section of the house. We went through here, and then we
one
went
door
up
from the hallway,
and then we went through here, and then went up.
Wait, okay, Elena, just stop moving for a second. Let me just see. Okay, so you didn't move then at all, right? Okay, so it is happening to me as well. It's fucking weird. What the hell?
Right?
I deleted you, and then it still happened. When I add you again, it's still happening. Wait a minute. No,
I'm
okay.
not touching it.
You didn't touch it just then?
I'm not touching it. No.
What the fuck? Okay, that's like the weirdest. I can't believe that we're both seeing the error.
It's the ghost of that lady.
I don't know how to resolve that. What do I do?
Am I attached to the mage hand or something? Is the mage
What
hand
if
in
you
the same spot?
refresh your thing?
Yeah, so I'll delete the mage hand. Yeah, see, I would say refresh, except that it's happening to me as well. It's fucking weird.
Oh,
Hold
yeah,
on.
true.
Let me just go into here and try to release the character and then...
I'll be right back. I have to kind of like use the restroom a little bit.
It's almost like I'm in between the squares, too. Like I'm stopping partially between
It's
one
very,
square and
very, very
another.
strange. Okay. All right. I'm going to log out and log back in and see if that fixes it.
Are we taking a break?
Is it time for a break? Yeah.
We can take a break if you want. Oh, because we started at 5. Yeah, this is a good time for a break. All right. I kept looking at the time and going like, oh, we started at 6. Fuck. Time is moving very slowly. Okay. See you guys back here in like 5 minutes or so.
Cool.
Wait, that's the wrong screen. You're back in this quiet house. Alina, what are you doing?
I'm just gonna open this door.
Okay. You open this door and there's just this empty room in here. And it's dark, or for you, just dim. You see this wooden chest with clawed feet. There's a night table. And it's very dusty in here, like it hasn't been used. It looks like it's kind of cleaned, sort of, but it's just very neat but dusty, like nobody's been here for a long time.
Is the chest? I'm gonna mage hand and see if the chest is locked.
The chest is not locked. The mage hand can easily open it. So when you come over here, you see that the chest is empty except for what looks like a stuffed doll in the shape of a troll. It's a little stuffed troll doll.
I'm gonna mage hand pick it up and give it to Kenzie.
Okay, so nothing happens when you mage hand and pick it up. Do you take it, Kenzie?
Yeah, I take it to him and like hang it in front of his face. But the mage hand is invisible, so all I see is the doll floating.
Do you come back, Rain?
Oh,
he might be.
Oh yeah, I'm sorry, I made him up because there's cross-traffic.
come on!
Did you take this this troll doll from the air?
No, I just sort of like batted it out of the air. You're like, nah.
I'm gonna like bring it back when he bats it out of the air. Like
I could do this all day. I'll do that. I'll keep like bagging it out of the way.
I'm gonna like sit it on his head.
This room
bat
is
it away
like
before you even looked.
this room is like disused, but it's not like it doesn't look like a guest room, right? Because it had at least one personal thing in it.
Correct. Yeah, you don't think this is a guest room. It looks like, yeah, somebody makes sure that it's tidy, but isn't bothering to dust it or sort of clean it. It just
Any
looks
inkling
very
of
old.
whose room it could be?
The bed is like especially large. That's about the
I
only
was
thing
wondering
you
if
can
it was
tell.
Mortlock's room and if that's his little troll doll, and we should bring it back to him.
It's hard for you to tell, except that the bed is really big.
That would be fantastic.
I'm just gonna put
I
it
think
in
we'll bring
the
it back
bag
to
of
normal.
holding.
Okay, I'll put the troll doll in the bag of holding. It's the bag of holding. Okay.
Is there anything on the wall? Any pictures, frames, artwork? Any? Or is it just plain?
Yeah, just a plain room, this one. Nothing.
I mean,
Sounds
they
like
didn't like turn it into like a home gym or anything, so I guess they're like expecting him to come home at some point.
That sounds like the way they've been treating him. JL, maybe you can have a sniff around the room and see if it smells like Mortlock.
You might be. I think you're muted, Anna.
Yes, sorry. May I sniff for Mortlock scent?
In this room, you kind of have a sniff around. Give me a perception check at advantage.
Yeah, baby.
Can my cat help? Oh, it's already at advantage. Never mind.
Oh, that's so sad.
It's just really stale in here and just smells old and kind
That's
of.
like Mortlock.
That's like Mortlock.
Just check the drawers. I'm gonna check the drawers.
Everything else is empty. You don't find anything in here, even with a very good perception check.
All right.
Any
I'm gonna
noises from
Yeet open this door. I don't even care. I'm just opening it.
All right.
Okay,
Be
so
prepared.
you swing this door open, and this one is clearly much more recently used. It's a very tastefully appointed room. It contains a bed, a side table, claw-footed iron bathtub, a fireplace, and an iron-banded wooden chest. And there's also a 3-foot wide, 6-foot tall mirror mounted on the east wall opposite the fireplace. And the mirror's varnished wooden frame is carved with images of rats, ravens, and spiders. And this room is not dusty. And the bed
Recognize
looks
any of
like
the
somebody
rats?
has recently slept in it. Did you what, sorry?
Recognize any of the rats?
One of them kind of has a likeness that reminds you of one of your cousins, but otherwise no.
I'm eating trail mix. Can I check the chest?
Yes, the chest is not locked. What do you do? Do you just open it? I think you said yes. I didn't hear that.
Yeah,
very
sorry.
Okay. Yeah, you open this chest and you see inside what looks like some neatly folded, very like well-tailored apparel to fit it looks like a tall, slender noble, you imagine. There's also a jewelry box carved from bone, and otherwise you don't see anything else in there.
I'll check out the jewelry box.
Okay, you open the jewelry box and inside you find another gold signet ring. This one's a little bit different. It bears a sentence that seems like a motto or something like that. It says, "Stone hearts never bleed." It's in Infernal, but you can read that.
I'm just gonna put it on my other thumb. And
But stone hearts cannot feel. Oh.
and I'm gonna toss the jewelry box to Kenzei outside the room.
And you don't find anything else in his room.
Well, that's what happens when you hold the bag.
Assuming this is the other brother, Amric's room.
Only one door left.
As JL leaves the room, he's gonna
I guess.
squat in the tub and piss in it.
That really doesn't strike me
Yeah,
as a Jean Lemore thing to do.
No, but
This is listen. Emmerich is not the best guy. I support this maneuver.
he tried to poison me, and you know when Jean Lemore feels wrath, that you'll know.
It's pissy wrath.
There's consequences.
All right.
Did we lose Rhea?
Rhea is... Where is Rhea? Oh, this guy's still here as well. He shouldn't be there. Okay, Rhea is...
Ooh.
Yeah.
There she is.
Guys, never try to poison Jean Lemore. I just learned this.
Alright, what's behind door number 3?
Housekeeping. Knock,
So you just open it?
I said housekeeping this time.
Oh,
I'm
you
assuming he's in here. That's my best assumption.
just hear something actually from the other side going,
Ooh.
"Go!"
I think he said come in.
No. Open the door.
All right. You open the door. Drab curtains cover the windows of this plain room, which contains a bed, a padlocked iron chest, a claw-footed iron bathtub, and a fireplace. And lying in the bed is a frail-looking, withered man who appears to be in his 40s. And when you come in, he cries out and he throws a pillow at you. But it falls like about a foot short on the ground here. And he's like,
My spies told me about you. First at the bathhouse and then at the Low Lantern. You took Emmerich out of there in manacles with a sack over his head. Get out of here! Leave me alone!
and he kind of like pulls the blanket up to his chin and sort of like shrinks back in the bed. And I'll show you an image of what he looks like. Just because I made this image by putting 2 images together and I'm proud of it. And Anna helped me by adding some shading and shit.
Ooh. Okay, nice.
Nice.
I just want to ask this guy. I want to be like, do you think
I want the
that
voodoo
was a
doll from the
convincing
shelf.
argument to get us to leave? You know?
Wait, sorry, what did you say?
Oh, I just wanted to be like, did you think that was a convincing argument to get us to leave? Just to be like, please go away.
He's just, he's got this like blanket up to his chin and he kind of pulls it up over his mouth and just sort of like frowns and sort of shakes his head a little bit like, "Argh!" Doesn't really
The
respond.
pillow was convincing for like all of a second, and then he opened his mouth.
Oh, you poor sickly man. You
Yes.
think that we will just go?
Yes, poor and sickly. Please. I can't. I'm no good, no use to anybody. You might as well
but
just
you might-
leave. There's nothing for you here.
I take the bed sheets, just rip them from his hands.
You just said a lot of stuff about your spies, and I'm curious about some information you might have. So maybe we can work something out here.
You see, when you pull back these blankets, that he's actually got like a lot of tattoos all over him, that look like kind of infernal symbols and signs and things like that. And so, Ethel, what did you ask? Sorry.
Oh, I said that clearly he's of some use because he was just talking about all of his spies, and so I was like, maybe we could make some kind of deal. You get to tell us what we want to know?
That's all I'm good for. Spying and watching. Nothing else. Nothing. I'm no good to anyone.
And
just spying.
Orchestrating the attempted assassination of your brother. Which I'm pretty sure you also did.
Orchestrating? No. I would never.
Can I cast Charm Person?
Sure.
We're best friends.
As he's kind of lying here and like Ethel, you're questioning him, he kind of like turns over to you, Alina, and well, he sees you casting this spell. But as this magic washes over him, even though he's watched you do this, his eyes kind of relax a little bit as he sees you. He's like,
"Oh, fair maiden, protect me from these crazy people that have come into the house. Are they your friends?"
Sorry. Well, a few of them. Can they back up you? I'm gonna pull the sheets back up over top of them.
I back up, I throw the pillow at Alina.
Yeah, sorry we disturbed you, but Amric missing, and we just need to know what your spies have gathered and talk to your mother.
Talk to my mother. Yes. Mother's she's doing something right now. She's occupied downstairs. But Amric, did you say he said that I tried to kill Mortlock?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I don't think you're in any position to kill Mortlock, are you?
So wait, so who are you all anyway?
He's kind of like calmed down, but he's still looking suspicious. And you feel like you might be able to talk to him, but yeah, he's not completely kind of won over.
Well, we were hired by Amric to deal with the issues that have arisen from Mortlock surviving.
Give me a deception check with advantage because he's charmed. He kind of he sort of like frowns at you. Says,
Okay. And what do you want me to do about it?
Well, we just want to confirm his story to yours and double check with your mother, but you've already told us where she is, so that's a good start.
Says,
Yes. Well, Mortlock, that idiot, he started getting greedy.
He kind of, as he starts talking, he kind of speeds up a bit and starts kind of almost like he's eager to talk.
He started asking if he could come and live back here in the villa, and my mother kicked him out of the house years ago because he's basically an animal, and we don't want to be associated with him, and he's an embarrassment. But then recently he said he wanted more gold for organizing the Dead Three, and then he started saying he should get a bigger share in the leadership once Baldur's Gate's ours. Ridiculous! He's a fool, and we've always hated him. I don't know why my mother tolerates him. She forces Amric to work with him, you know. But we don't see why we should share Zariel's spoils with him. It was time for him to go. You know how it is. Looks at you again, Elena.
Yeah, that makes complete sense. He seems like such a fool.
Exactly, a fool.
How do you plan on acquiring Baldur's Gate?
Well, who are you? You're all friends. You're all friends. I told you.
Yes.
I've seen you all before. I saw you taking Amric out of the low lantern with a sack over his head.
I'm just gonna like stroke his face like gently. Just be like, it's okay. It's all right.
It's like, like I said, I don't know what you want, but I better not tell you anything else. I'm sorry. I can't say anything. But if you want to stay, you can stay. He looks at you again, Alina.
Marco whispers to Alina, just on slight, with his hand towards, like, covering his face. Ask him about the High Overseer.
Oh yes. Are you aware of the High Overseer?
Fabius Krieg, yes. Yes, he's well, he's with my mother downstairs.
Oh yes, yeah, that makes sense.
Rhea steps forward as he says this and says, "Tell me where he is." And he's like, ah, and kind of like moves back in the bed a little bit and kind of looks at you, Alina, and looks back at Rhea. Says,
he's downstairs. There's a door to the sewers down there, and he's down there. He's working with my mother on the shield. Is that why you're here? Are you here for the shield?
Rhea's like, kind of like, she looks like visibly shocked. She's like, working with your mother? And he kind of like shakes a bit, and it doesn't respond immediately, kind of like looks back at you, Alina.
Mm. Yeah, that makes sense that he's working with his mother. Because of the whole Baldur's Gate deal that we're trying to deal with. We're trying to take it over and deal with the cultists. So that's fair.
Did
he ask you to do anything else?
Take Baldur's Gate over, did you say?
The cultists, you know.
I'll take over something like that.
Wait, you're saying you're telling him that you're trying to take over Baldur's Gate?
No, we're helping Amric. We're all part of the plan.
Give me a group deception check if that's kind of what you're going for. And Rhea is looking very confused. She's standing here. She's not sure what to do. She's like breathing very heavily at this point and looking very confused. She's like scratching her head.
I'm also still wearing the rings.
I'm gonna message Ray and just be like, calm for a second. We're getting as much information as we can.
She looks over you and it tries to sort of calm herself.
Mine is a 15, not 11.
Okay, sweet.
I was not built to be the face.
Would you still have a advantage because of the charm thing? Still?
Yes, you can have advantage, Elena.
Okay.
I mean, you already did. That's okay. You can have another crack at a deception.
Okay.
It's okay.
Wow. I told you I'm not built to be the face.
11, 19, 14. Wait, who are you missing? Mark is not involved.
Sorry. Yeah.
It's a 15, not 11.
Oh, sorry, 15. Yeah. Did you? What are you doing, Marco?
I was standing back. If Rhea's unsure, I'll actually just be supporting her, like just putting like a hand on her shoulder.
Okay.
Like, we'll work this out. Yeah.
And what are you doing,
I
Gennaro?
just haven't talked to them, so I could just like, I guess like hang in the background and add to the deception.
Okay, sweet. Yeah, he kind of looks around and he says, "Well, so you're telling him that you're working with the Dead Three? Is that what you're saying?"
Amric to deal with like doing the whole plan, right?
He's like, but then why did you take him hostage? You put a sack over his head and clapped him in irons. I saw it. Well, my spies told me all about it.
Took him to a safer place because we knew Mortlock was looking for him, so we had to make it look.
But you fought with him. You killed his devil Kashara.
You have to
Or
make
did
it
it look like we killed the devil?
Yes, we had to make it look believable so that Mortlock would think that he was taken and dealt with, so we could get him to a safe place.
He looks like he just doesn't believe this story, unfortunately. He's like,
that makes no sense. I saw you fight him. I saw you carve him up practically. You nearly killed him. Well, I didn't see it. I was told about it. But, this makes no sense. You can't be working with him. I heard about everything that you did at the dungeon below the bathhouse. This is just nonsense. What are you playing at?
And this kind of like friendly sort of countenance that he has for you because of the charm sort of begins to like melt away a little bit. He's kind of like,
This you're trying to trick me. You've put some kind of spell on me. I saw you casting a spell.
I'm just gonna like slowly pull the sack out that I grabbed that had holes in it and just go shh and start putting it over his head.
Rhea's gonna step forward at this moment. She like pulls out her longsword and puts it to his neck. She's like,
I was actually going to say I was going to charge at him with the Kanabo and just like do the same thing. So that's actually kind of hilarious.
I'm gonna get my scimitar ready.
I'm just gonna get off the bed.
Yeah, I'm gonna threaten him as well.
Stick the lock on this chest while you guys do that.
With this.
I tried to be nice.
all right, Kenzei, well, give me an intimidation check.
All right. Would you say that I'm technically aid from Rhea? Just with the same doing a similar motion.
Yeah, go with advantage.
Okay.
I was gonna try to give the help action, and now I'm realizing that an old lady might not like this right. So I'll take a step back.
Okay, at this point, his whole fear just obviously like takes hold of him. He's like,
Don't kill me. I'm just a useless old cripple. Fine. What do you want to know? I'll tell you anything. Just don't kill me.
What is the shield?
No. Thank you. Someone asked the question.
I thought that you were here for the shield. I don't know. Thavius Krieg knew of it. It's the shield of the hidden lord. It has a powerful enchantment on it, and Krieg and my mother are convinced they can use its energy to sway the minds of the people in this city. My mother plans to use it to corrupt the patriarchs. Baldur's Gate has to be hers and hers alone, you see, before she can rightfully commit it to Zariel. That's why my mother plans on becoming the next Grand Duke. She and Krieg convinced the previous Grand Duke, Baldur Ravengard, to travel to Elturel, you see, in order to get rid of him. Now, with a bit of luck and a lot of bribery, she'll soon be Grand Duke, and after that she can use the chaos created by the fall of the Flaming Fist to invoke emergency powers, making her the supreme leader of Baldur's Gate, the sole ruler, with the right to hand it over to Zariel, and then Zariel will do whatever it is she did to take Elturel into the Nine Hells. But my mother will need the support of all the patriarchs to do that, you see, and that's where the shield comes in.
And
who is
Rhea...
in charge?
Sorry, go on.
No, I was just gonna ask who is in charge of the deal in Elturel. If it's like it has to be like a nice little legal bargain.
Well, it was Thavius Krieg, of course.
And Ray is like, what? What do you mean? What? This is impossible. And he's like,
well, he's the sole ruler of Elderel. That's why he could give it to Zariel. She took it into Avernus. All those souls you see, they're hers now.
And Rhea looks completely shocked at this. She's like, what? And she sort of stammers, struggling to get her thoughts together. That's preposterous. What is this? How could you know all this? And Thurstwell's like, well, Krieg told us he's helping us. And Rhea's like visibly shaking at this point. She's like, lies! How dare you! She turns to the party. She's like, this is absolute nonsense. The High Overseer would never do such a thing. He has always protected us. And Thurstwell's like, it's true. He even told us, like I said, how to find the shield and everything. He's with my mother right now. They're trying to make it work.
What if he is possessed? Oh, sorry. You go.
Okay, Marco would actually just step forward and put a hand on Ray and say, look, the only person that can answer these questions will be the High Overseer. So so he will, so if we'll keep calm, and he'll be able to answer our questions. Hopefully he's downstairs. Downstairs.
I think the time of talking is over, and let's stop them before they activate whatever plan they have. I feel like is.
I just want to ask this guy about what the cellar is like and what we should be expecting. Because if it's going to be a big fight, that might be a little hard. I have no spells.
He says,
But No, you can go. I'm done.
He says, well, there's a secret door in the kitchen. If you slide the wine cupboard across, you can go down that way. But it's an old part of the sewers that's been blocked off by my mother. She used to be the master of drains before you came Duke. You know, she actually was born lowly, don't you know, very poor, and she spent years wallowing in obscurity. But after being a sewer worker, she had one promotion after another and became the master of drains, and was actually responsible for repairing and renovating much of the city's very ancient sewer system. And so that allowed her to create an entrance down there. And there's a whole area of sewer down there that, yes, it's private. So it's a very large area, and many of Zariel's faithful go there to worship from the city. And yes, if you're looking to go down there, you have no chance at all. There's many cultists down there, devils and all kinds of all of you will die.
Yeah,
another entrance to the same system?
Sorry, say that again. Or
is there another entrance to the same system, like the same area?
There is another entrance in the barn outside, but it's usually only for leaving. It's barred from the inside. I suppose you could get down that way, but you would have to destroy the doorway to get down there.
So you have like a bunch of cultists traipsing through your house, through your secret door in the kitchen to go pray all the time, and no one's questioned you on this?
No one usually questions me about anything. I'm just up here in my bed all the time, I'm afraid, but as far as I know, I mean, my mother is one of the Council of Four, and she is expected to have visitors. It's not uncommon. So I don't know. I haven't heard any suspicions have been aroused because of it.
But are there any other Patreon families that have taken your mother's side already?
I don't know the exact details. Some of them have been responsive to bribes, as I understand. But there are several others that I hear are uncorruptible, which is why Krieg and my mother intend to use the shield.
And Ray is just like shaking her head. She like spits on the floorboards, takes like a step back, and she's like still holding her sword, like she's like trying to prevent herself from like just chopping this guy's head off.
When they do this shield ritual,
I don't know of any ritual. They're just trying to. I'm not really sure. I don't really know much about it. But they've been down there most days. Thavius is staying down there. Ray is like, nonsense.
Is there anything else Thavius has told you we're done, or?
Not that I know of.
Does it
He
look
sound like he's telling the truth?
Yeah, give me an insight check. And Ray is like, the Archduke of Avernus. She's kind of shaking her head. She's like, they told us that Zariel died in the ride. Only later did the Hell Riders learn that she'd survived to become this Archduke.
Yes, and Zariel wants one thing: souls to fight the Blood War. And that's just what we're going to give her. Yes, indeed.
And you don't notice any sign that he might be lying to you.
This chest open?
The chest is... Sorry. Where is the chest? The chest is padlocked.
You have the key for this thing?
Fine. He kind of like reaches over and takes this key from like sort of behind a book on the bookcase and like throws it to you.
You're gonna open it.
Alright, does anyone else have any questions?
Yeah, just one more from me, and that's, he said when Vanthampur was the High Duke or whatever, she would use the fall of the Flaming Fist to her advantage. Did he say why the Flaming Fist would fall, or is that just like did I miss that, or is that a question I should ask?
You should have inspiration actually for asking all the right questions. He says,
Yes, well, that's why we were paying the dead 3 cultists to murder people in the city, to basically just to prove that the Flaming Fist can't do their job. The intention was that the city would stop paying them, and so they'd sort of reduce in size and possibly leave to find mercenary work elsewhere, and with them gone, there'd basically be no one left to stand in the way of my mother's ambitions. And that's also why we sent all the Raven Guard away, because he was in charge of the Fist. So just in general, the idea was to just cause chaos, and so that my mother could invoke emergency powers. And she will take the position of all the Raven Guard now that he is gone. That's the idea. And once she enacts these emergency powers, she can be the sole ruler. Like I said. You have to own whatever you sign away in a devil's contract, you see.
And then, is this woman just considered untouchable because of her position, or is all of this deeply illegal stuff something we can bring somewhere?
You'll struggle to touch my mother. She's very powerful and has a lot of contacts and a lot of networks in the Parliament. This is Baldur's Gate, after all. It's a very corrupt place, if you want to use that sort of language. I wouldn't call it corrupt, though.
I figured I'll just
touch her with my scimitar instead, right in the face.
Wait, Kenzei, you did something first.
I just said that I'm just gonna cut straight to the top.
Oh, like just straight to...
It's just implying that I'm just gonna go straight to the head and just kind of like go... just like...
Like chop his head off? Or go like straight to the Duke?
Like go straight to like the mother and just kind of like deal with the problem there. Like go straight to her instead of dealing with all this legal mumbo jumbo.
Well, you're welcome to go downstairs if you want, if you're that foolish.
What is your life worth to them?
Well, I'm my mother's favorite son, don't you know? I'm very intelligent, and she's always loved me the most, more than Amric, and certainly more than that animal Mortlock.
So she wouldn't want you to be hurt. I think we have a hostage here.
No, she.
Put sack over his head.
Ray's like,
oh no, I have a better idea. I'm just gonna knock him the fuck out.
Yeah.
Nice.
Thank you, Kensei.
And then put a sack over his head, please, just in case.
2 sacks? Okay, 2 sacks over the head.
2 sacks, yes.
all right, so you knock him out, and yeah, Raya is like, good. And who asked about whether or not he tried to kill Mortlock? Was that you, Elena? I forget who asked
Yeah,
that.
I think so.
What were you going to say, Ethel?
No, I know I mentioned Mortlock, but I don't. We all asked a lot of questions, so I was like, I don't know.
I think Elena, I'll give you inspiration as well, because I think you were kind of you cast like charm person on him, and you were asking him about Mortlock and stuff. So yeah, you and Ethel can have inspiration. I think actually maybe Ethel already had inspo. But yeah, he's now been knocked out, and he's just like passed out with like 2 sacks over his head on this bed.
Yeah, because I put a sack on. Just had holes in it.
All right. I have a question. Can we put his entire body in the bag of holding and just leave his head hanging out so he doesn't suffocate?
So
Like
I'm gonna say no, because the thing is that I think that we kind of did this before, but the problem is that what's inside the bag of holding is like another dimension. So I think that if you kind of tried to have like half of something in it and half of something out of it, that it would basically like... I gotta look into this. I'll say that seeing as we did it before, then we can do it this time until I have a proper look into it. That's what I do.
In the meantime, what's in the treasure chest?
Okay, so you unlock this treasure chest, and you find a jumble of wrinkled garments, red wax candles, quills, blank sheets of parchment, and a couple of jars of ink. And it also holds a unlocked wooden coffer containing 73 gold pieces and 120 silver pieces, and a potion of healing. And you also find a black-covered tome titled Apocalypto, a poetic prophecy by an unknown author. And if you kind of like read the blurb on the back or within the cover or whatever, it's I'm thinking of like a modern book. I guess it wouldn't have a blurb on the back. But if you kind of read the first page, it kind of summarizes what the book's going to be about, and it says it's envisioning the end of the multiverse.
Okay. Well, I'll just like take it out, take all the stuff out and put it on like the floor, kind of beside the chest. Because I'm guessing Malachi's going to take the jars of ink and parchment and stuff probably. And then I'm guessing whatever gold we found from this will just divvy up.
Yeah, so I'll
later on.
So bitter. I guess we'll split the gold.
No.
I'll put the
I'm guessing
items.
we have a bit, right? So I'm.
Yeah, I'll put all of the items in everyone's inventory because I have to like kind of make them and put them in there. But with the gold, that's up to you guys now. So if you get gold, you got to keep track of it and do what you do.
All right, how much?
Yeah.
What was the gold?
We need to know the total and then we'll divvy it up.
So 73 gold pieces and 120 silver pieces.
And then did we get another bag earlier that had stuff in it?
Yes.
Oh, the sheep's bladder.
So that, let me just find it.
So the gold from the 73 from this bag, everyone will get at least 12 gold pieces. There's going to be one that's going to be remaining. So probably 7.
We can give it to Rhea.
That's nice.
We each are holding like 12, and we're like, here's one I got.
There you go.
She kind of like
You should consider yourself lucky.
she sort of kind of reaches into a boot and like pulls out like a small kind of coin purse and adds it to the coin purse and puts it back in her boot.
And it's 120 silver, correct?
Yeah,
I've just lost that because I'm looking for the other one.
Bladder too, yeah. So we're wait till we get the total of both.
Let me see, what number was
I was
that
just going to
one?
say, if it's 120, then everyone will get 20 silver.
So that in the other room was Hold on. So there's some perfume, there's a jewelry box with a pearl necklace, and, fuck, I forget where it was. Oh, here we go. Oh no, that's... Sorry, bear with me, I'm just trying to find it back
It was in that weird bedroom with the canopy bed
was
and
it
the
in the
initial
bedroom,
first
was it?
bathtub. Yeah.
Oh, okay, so it's...
With the poison chest.
Okay, so that had... Oh yeah, here we go. 22 platinum pieces,
Woo!
85
Whoa.
gold pieces, and 113 silver pieces.
Whoa.
I can't do that math.
All right, so 113 silver pieces. Everyone would get 18 silver, and there would be another one remaining. So we can just get that to Ray if we want. You want
And-
41 for me.
And also, don't forget that you've picked up a variety of items that you can attempt to, you know, sort of identify with or without a spell. Just so you know.
For the platinum pieces, everyone would get 3. There will be 1 remaining again if you want to give it to Rhea.
Or we could just divide up, put it into gold and divide it up.
Yeah, probably don't give it to Raya because, like...
Yeah, that's a lot.
I mean, she's
I mean,
going
no,
through
no,
it.
yeah, I mean,
whole
I can keep track of it, actually, if you give it to... So one platinum piece and 1 gold piece.
Alright, and what was the gold from the room just listed between the platinum and silver? I was doing this in a weird order.
85.
Okay. 14 gold to everyone from the 85.
And that it's 12 from the first one, right? So in total, 26 gold for everyone.
Yeah.
38 silver and 3 platinum.
38 silver.
I got 38 silver, yeah.
Okay, thank you.
And for FYI from this chest, I will happily take the potion of healing.
Sorry, is it 26 or 25? Can't remember.
26 gold.
And, sorry, who was taking the potion of healing? Kenzie?
Kenway would like it. Yeah.
Okay. Alright.
Sorry, I missed that silver.
38.
38. Thanks.
Should be in your inventory now.
Yeah. Yes.
Alright. What do you do next?
Alina, do you have an interest in that book, or can I have that book? I'm like already like making like grabby hands with the book. I'm just like, I'm going to take this whole library with me.
I'll hand her the book.
And then like I said, I'm not doing super great on spells for going down into a cellar. But I'm also kind of doing fine. Like, we could just go try it and see what happens. We also might all die.
We just like...
Does anyone mind if we take a short rest?
Yeah, I'm a little rough as well, so I would appreciate that.
I can also sing a song of rest, which would also give some healing.
Just make sure you move your tokens to where you want to be when you take the rest, and let me know if you want to close doors and things like that. Like how, just if you want to do anything.
Yeah, I'm a little worried about the guards outside. But
I mean, they don't seem to be busting in, so
yeah.
Like, if we just take a room like in here where there's like people, we might just be able to just feign like, don't come in, I'm still sick. Just keep a watch outside, and we'll just finish the rest. And if they're still out there, we'll just ambush them.
Aren't there bodies everywhere?
I was just about to say, yeah.
Yeah, this is like there are like 2 dead guards in the hallway we're in.
Or at the very least, we can barricade this one door because of all the shit in here.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, remember, you just
hold them hostage, like.
You're also not sleeping if you take a short rest. Like, you can just sort of...
Yeah. Yeah, if anything happens, we could just kind of like hold up Vanthampur, the cripple, and just kind of like, if you come in, we'll slit his throat. You don't want to do that, do you?
Will somebody come downstairs with me to uncuff the girl who I have chained to the bed?
Well, what do you want to do with her?
Well, either bring her upstairs with us or let her go.
That's your mess. That's your mess.
I think maybe we can't let her leave.
It's going to be your mess if we leave her downstairs.
No, you took her hostage. It's your hostage.
She was running away to tell people, so alright, fuck it. But I was
Not
talking
sure
about myself.
everyone else's spells are doing, but the short rest really isn't going to do much for that of things.
Mm-hmm.
Same with Marker.
Yeah, like
So
my health's fine. I just need more spells.
Only 7 in the morning,
Man,
you big
it
baby.
sucks being a spellcaster when all you have to do is just hit.
Yeah, I'm going to say actually that now it will be 8:30, and so that it will. Let's make sure that we take off the armor of Agathis and the sunshine, and the cat is long visible.
Marker will like to also pick up the parchment and ink and so forth that Alina put outside the chests on the way out.
Okay, I'll chuck them in your inventory after the game.
Yeah, that's fine. Easy.
For hit points too.
And so Ambra kind of looks up as the two of you come in. What? You again?
Did you know that your boss had a tax collector in a cage?
No. Is it
She had
people,
two
actually?
people in cages. Yeah, one is a tax collector. I know that.
Doesn't surprise me. When was it in there's a locked room.
Yeah, it's not locked anymore. What do you need to be well off and not work here anymore?
I'll give you
have you
7
got?
platinum if you leave and never tell anyone you saw us.
Her eyes widen, her mouth drops open. She is like, "Oh, I will leave Baldur's Gate if you give me that."
I don't care if you leave Baldur's Gate. Just never tell anyone you saw us here.
I will be in your debt, even despite what has happened.
If
Yeah,
you
I'm
could
just gonna
maybe
give her 7 platinum.
maybe if we sleep, ask her to 7 platinum's a lot, Ethel. Jeez. Okay.
Just-
Like, what is with you and fucking Kenjay and just blowing your money? Just okay.
One time I blew my money by accident because I can't do math. This is the only time I've blown it on
And
purpose.
tea. Okay. Mass amounts of tea.
Some of us are just not stingy with our money. I'm sorry. I don't know what to tell you, Alina.
Okay. Maybe we can ask her to stand outside Amric's door and we can have a longer rest with that kind of platinum.
Yeah, sure. Would you mind being a lookout for us while we take a nap? Please don't kill us.
She's kind of like looking back and
so I'm at
forth
least awake.
between you as you're having this discussion. She's like, "What? You want me to be a lookout? Okay then, fine for 7
platinum.
Yeah, okay.
You're not here.
Yeah, you're not here.
I can't talk to her.
Oh right, yeah, sorry.
Okay.
I'm gonna
sure.
uncuff her and take my manacles back and be like, she's now your problem, Ethel, and walk out of the room.
Listen, I don't think you're a problem at all, but I have to go take a nap.
Thank you.
I'm gonna give her 4 of the platinum, and I'll be like, I'll give you the rest after we take a nap.
Thank you. Okay.
I can't get back upstairs. Oh, there we go. Just kidding. Amric's room. Since we're pretending we're Amric and the guards outside don't know, even though there's a bunch dead in here, whatever. I'm just gonna like lean against the bathtub
I
and look
cannot
at the
go up the
fireplace.
stairs. Oh, never mind, it worked.
Can we bring in this Thurstwell?
Oh yeah, drag his ass and throw him in the bathtub, the pee-filled bathtub.
Oh. Oh man. So you put him in the bathtub?
Oh no, wait, we have to carry him. Oh well.
Oh.
I'm sure you could carry him. Oh, I see what you're saying. Then you go carry a pea covered
Just prestidigitation and laughter. It's fine. I'm gonna light this fire. Prestidigitation too.
Okay. So.
And then I'm
Yep.
also just gonna tell this girl that that's my cat, and you can hang out with the cat. Just yell if you see anyone.
Okay. And what's everyone else doing?
Come into the room.
Marco wants to ask Gennaro if he's feeling okay because he doesn't look the best at the moment.
It's just like thumbs up, just like maybe a little bit wheezing. Yeah, just long day.
Okay. We've been through a lot, and you just don't seem yourself.
No, just a lot of murder. It unsettles you a little bit. He's like, I'm crying a little bit. That's why I'm wearing the sunglasses.
Okay.
Give me a deception check, Gennaro.
Didn't he openly take Sunshine in front of Malachi and I?
I think he still kind of did it on the sly. If I recall, Gennaro, you were kind of saying
It
like
was
you
like
don't
the
care
midst of
too
battle,
much.
just trying to like, I
don't
flashed
think
the
it-
kid, but that was about it.
It's up to.
Sorry, I shouldn't say I flashed the kid because that sounds
Yeah, I was gonna
awful.
say that's some poor phrasing right there.
Marco, you
Flash the kid
can
to
make
try.
an insight check if you want to try to beat the deception check.
Okay.
All right, so you can definitely tell that he seems to be hiding something, and it's up to you. It's up to the party if you all kind of how you want the storyline to go. If you feel that you saw Gennaro, you can just decide that as a democracy.
Or we could I could roll stealth and everyone could roll perception and see who saw it at the time.
You can do that as well if
It's
you want.
not that I saw it. I'm just like he's doesn't seem like himself at the moment, and it's not his best. And I'll just let him know if you need help, just ask. That's all.
When does he start to become shiny?
Start to become which?
Like shiny.
Oh, so his eyes already now would be. Oh, so okay, so the gold shine kind of, goes away as the sunshine kind of goes away, but then you're left with these sort of gold-colored, yellow-colored like veins. But at the moment, seeing as he's only used it twice, he's wearing glasses. That would be enough to conceal it. But he's feeling sick, so he's like sweating and doing whatever he does when he's ill.
That's okay. Marco knows that he's doesn't seem himself, but he'll let Gennaro know if he needs help just to ask at the moment. That's all.
I appreciate it.
Okay, I think it's time. If you need to rest up, go for it.
Yeah, should we rest here or go join up with the rest of the party?
Probably follow the rest of the party so we can stick together.
And so I take
no.
it you close this door.
Yeah, in this super crowded room with this gross man covered in piss.
Yeah, it would begin to stink in here of literal rat piss.
Okay,
It's
yeah.
not- well, not rat, I mean-
Prestidigitationing that.
Shalamore's not a rat. He's a rat. A rat folk.
folk.
So that's. And what are you doing? Are you taking a short rest or a long rest? There seemed like there was mention of a long rest.
I think we should attempt a long rest.
That's what I think. Like we got a lot of casters that need some spell slots.
Yeah.
Hmm.
It still
Need
seems
to
like a
sleep
little
the
bit of a
whole
risk
time,
though.
No.
What
But
if,
then
like,
super
I don't want
risk,
to
but-
run in.
Yeah, we're gonna go into an area with
spell slots.
Yeah.
people.
My worry is like, what if Lady Vanthampur just like comes upstairs for lunch and is like, wow, everyone is dead in my house, you know? But I guess we'll
Oh, just play by ear.
yeah.
Not in the same situation.
Yeah, true.
All right, I guess let's take a long rest.
Okay, don't actually take a long rest yet.
Oh god.
So you settle down to take a long rest, and you're all asleep.
I'm trancing. I'm not actually asleep.
Okay, you're trancing.
Yes.
Which way does the door open in this room?
Inwards.
Oh.
Okay.
Oh, if it helps, I would like to take like the first shift, just because I don't really need a long rest because I'm just a melee person.
I only have to have 4 hours.
Okay.
So if anything, I can just.
So you can trade off on 4-hour rests?
Yeah, because it says I don't need sleep, I just meditate semi-consciously.
Okay, so just bear with me a moment.
Oh, that sucks.
Oh, Terry, I said we should have just let her leave.
Should have taken rope trick.
Okay, so you kind of lay down to sleep, and except for Alina, who begins to trance, but you don't make it through the night because, and so you haven't done anything with this door, correct? You haven't locked it or kind of like put anything in front of it or anything like that.
Well, that was the question, like which way it opens as well. Kenzo was saying he was going to take the first shift. Oh, the reason why I asked was I was actually going to go to my shell and just sit on the floor there and lock it if there's a nip on it.
Okay.
But I was just trying to work that out with whoever's taking the first ship or Kenzo, because then I would need to be woken and moved.
Well, if you locked it, then and your whole shell's in there, then I'm guessing you're pretty heavy.
Yeah.
Bloody hell.
I'd be fine to stay awake too.
Okay.
Empress dead. What?
Sorry, just bear with me. I know. What the fuck? Okay. Oh man, I just can't find this thing that I'm looking for. Sorry guys. I will
Oh no, I
hopefully-
guess that means that nothing is wrong. And everything's fine.
We take the little
Okay, so after a couple of hours, what are we? 8:30, 9:30, 10:30, 11:30. Yep.
Would that mean we get the benefits of a short rest?
Okay, I will say that it is 12:30. Alina, you essentially have a full rest. Everyone else has a short rest.
Thank you.
But you wouldn't be able to do Song of Rest because you're not kind of awake and singing, or anything else that kind of requires you to be awake.
To attune to an item, do you need a long rest?
How does that work?
A 2-minute short rest.
Okay, sweet.
Yeah, because I guess you need to be awake for that, so that would sort of be that like 2 hours of kind of like you can do sort of low energy activity in your long rest, I guess. I forget how attunement works.
Would Aid
I don't know,
still
that's
be
what I
around
asked.
at this point?
Would who still be around?
Would Aid be around? Like the spell? Is that
for 8 hours.
It lasts for like 8 hours, does it?
8 hours.
Yeah.
Yeah, okay. Then it's still around.
Aid would still be around.
Yeah.
Okay. So, after about 4 hours goes by, Ethel, you are suddenly woken up as you feel the connection to your cat break.
I'm immediately telling everyone. I'm waking up everyone.
So you immediately begin to react and trying to wake up everything and at everyone. And also, Thurstwell is also kind of waking up, and he's he's got like sacks over his head, so he can't see anything, but he can like feel this kind of like liquid in his bathtub. He's, what's going on? And you hear this like loud like banging on the door, like doo, 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 doo. And you hear this
Open up! I know you're in there!
and let's roll for initiative.
Oh god.
And it's official, the weapon would actually like awaken everyone as well, because the weapon of warning.
Nice. So everyone wakes up.
All right. Initiative.
Actually, you know what? Let me think. Before we just go into initiative, actually, just give me a second. So we're at like 8:30 now. Okay, you know what? I'm going to do it this way instead of going into combat. Marker, give me... so you see, like, several of you kind of turn to see this doorknob, like, moving, and this door is, like, being, like, pushed into you, Marker. What do you do?
I'm in my shell at the moment. Oh no, would I be awake from the weapon of...
Yes.
Okay. I would still actually be in my shell.
Okay.
Acting as a awake, like a door, so no one gets in, yeah.
So
Until my party was ready. If we would go out, then I'll move, but if not, I'll hold that position.
But so you're just in your shell, so the door is being held by your weight, not by, like, your efforts to brace the door.
Would he fit between the door and the bathtub? Like, would his shell be big enough to be... Oh, okay.
The wedge.
Yeah, just wondering.
We did lock it.
No.
I don't know if they've got a key.
Yeah, no, you don't have a key for the door.
If I was awake, I'd probably brace against the shell and the door.
Okay, look, I'm going to say that you don't really have enough time to react like that. As you're kind of waking up and you hear this, like, banging on the door, the door is, like, forced open, and it's kind of forced ajar because it, like, hits Marker, and this, like, very powerful force is, like, pushing the door open. And it swings open enough for Ethel and Kenzei, at least, to turn and to see... this grey-haired woman wearing fine clothing fit for a noble, and she appears to be unarmed, but she's this a very large, like, muscular-looking woman. You get the impression immediately probably isn't squeamish at all about fighting with her bare hands. She looks like tough as nails, and she's like towering in height, and yeah, has this like very solid frame. And you can also see that there are these two what look like metallic dogs, like stomping around out here, like kind of like glowing with magical energy, like the sort of energy that would have been imbued in them by like an artificer or something like that. And this woman sees you. And says, I've been expecting you. You must be the vagabonds who've been messing with my plans and probably the ones who took my sending stone. You thought you could just come into my house and kill my guards and kidnap my son and have a nice morning snooze in Amric's bedroom? Well, you've got another thing coming.
Can we see Ambra behind her?
You can see that Ambra behind her is lying on the ground, and it looks like her skull has just been like crushed.
Oh.
And we're going to call it there, and we'll pick it up on Tuesday.
Just to let you know, Adrian, I technically have a 14 for initiative because of the advantage from weapon of warning.
Okay, sweet. We will maybe have to re-roll the advantage, but if you really like... the initiative. If you really like your initiative, just write it down in case we lose the initiative order when I reset everything. And we can always
write
do
it down in Discord and we'll just pin it like someone writes down like the initiative tracker as is.
So
and then we'll
screenshot it.
like,
Yeah, you just take a screenshot of it.
That too.
Wow, and I was just gonna let Ember go. She was just gonna go home with a bunch of money.
Well, there's 70 platinum you can take back. Or 7 platinum.
Hey, I only gave her 4, and I will not loot her body for my 4 platinum. That feels mean.
I will.
Cool. So, thanks for playing.
Awesome. Thank
Thank you
you.
for the session again, man.
That was
So-
fun.
My pleasure.
So next session is going to be this next Tuesday.
Yeah, so in like 3 days, if everyone can do that. I wasn't able to. I really can't make it any later, Gennaro. I already pushed it like half an hour originally.
No problem. Yeah, and it's
Thanks, man. Just because I got to get up at like.
Oh yeah, no,
4:30
start
in
it,
the
and
morning.
then I'll be there like half hour late. I said
Awesome.
that I'm gonna be half hour late.
We'll have. Are you gonna be? Will you be here, Elena, or both of you?
I'll be here.
Okay.
Yeah, it's Frisbee, which is just me.
Do we have permission to fight with Gennaro until you arrive?
100%. Yeah.
Okay, sweet, awesome.
I have the pearl, so if anyone wants to get a second level spell slot, the magic word is calamity.
You're
Awesome.
gonna be so high off sunshine.
All right, now you got to roll. Someone's gonna have to roll to see if I'm hungover and still
Hopefully
addicted.
it's not me, because you're gonna lose.
You just take all of his drugs, like just all of them. He walks up like half an hour in and just like
However many points
overdoses.
he had.
I am now God, just like unloads like 50 points of sunshine just straight into.
Oh, if you use all of it, I'm gonna be jonesing soon.
Snorting it off the rim of the bathtub.
Eating the beans.
Oh yeah.
Oh,
I don't like his character.
Guys,
that's probably
this
what's
is
gonna happen. I'm gonna
perfect
shove a
time
bean
for
into
the
this
bean
guy's mouth and
gambit.
fucking dive out the window.
Oh my God, Bean Gambit.
I'm sorry, Miss
time.
Vanthampur. Would you like a bean as a peace offering? You're supposed to eat it.
She's like,
I'm sure those
wait,
dogs.
yes, actually.
I'm sure those dogs will eat the beans. Throw one each their way.